Old Dominion University in Norfolk, Virginia. This is ODU men's basketball. This afternoon, it's Sun Belt Conference action as the Monarchs take on the Golden Eagles of Southern Miss. Old Dominion comes in having been beaten by Arkansas State on this floor Thursday night, 78-59. Monarchs are 5-9 overall, and they are 1-1 in Sun Belt Conference play. Meanwhile, it was also a tough night for the Golden Eagles as they went to Harrisonburg and were beaten by James Madison by a final count of 83-72. Southern Miss comes in at 6-8 overall. They are also 1-1 in the league. Hi, everybody. Ted Alexander, pleased to be joined by Dennis Wolf for the ball game here today. And Dennis, another opportunity at home for Old Dominion. You can take advantage of this home cooking.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you'd like to. If you're a player, you're anxious to get back on the horse and, kind of get the bad taste of Thursday's game out of your mouth.
Time to get our starting lineups to you. It's brought to you by Team Monarch partner Pepsi. Pepsi, the official beverage partner of Old Dominion Athletics. Pepsi, that's what I like. For our visitors from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and sixth-year head coach Jay Ladner. He'll start Christian Watson, a 6'6", 205-pound junior from Lanham, Maryland. He's averaging 9.5 points, 5 rebounds a game. Andre Curbelo is a 6', 167-pound redshirt senior from Vega Baja, Puerto Rico, averaging 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per ball game. D'Antoni Gordon is a 6'7", 210-pound grad student from Mobile, Alabama, averaging 8 points and 4.5 rebounds a game. Kobe Montgomery is a 6'4", 195-pound grad student from Louisville, Kentucky, averaging 9 points, 2 rebounds a game. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Golden Eagles, Brewer Caruth, a 6'4", 195-pound freshman from Dixie Springs Lake, Mississippi. He's averaging 1.5 points and half a rebound per ball game. For the Monarchs of Old Dominion University, Robert Davis Jr. is a 6'6", 185-pound sophomore from Detroit, Michigan, averaging 14 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 2 assists per ball game. Sean Duragordon is a 6'6", 216-pound junior from Harlem, New York. He's averaging 13.7 rebounds a game. Stephon Walker, a 6'7", 216-pound junior from Washington, D.C., averaging 6.5 points, 8.5 rebounds a game. Caleb Swanton Roger is a 7', 227-pound junior from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He's averaging 5 points and 4.5 rebounds a game. And rounding out the starting lineup for first-year head coach Mike Jones, Jaden Johnson, the 6'2", 206-pound freshman from Waldorf, Maryland, averaging 8.5 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists per ball game. The fans have assembled here at Chartway Arena. Team getting their final instructions over on the Southern Miss side. Monarchs are still being introduced here. Today's contest, Old Dominion and Southern Miss, is presented by High Val Industries. Ryan Tinder and the gang at High Val are hoping for lots of High Val jacked up sacks today. Go to highval.com for all your hydraulic needs. High Val, proud to be serving their customers for more than 45 years. All right, Dennis, what do you expect to see here early? Here's something I'm going to keep an eye on. Robert Davis Jr. and Stephon Walker had horrible shooting nights on Thursday, going a combined 3 for 22. Let's see if those two guys can get off early.
And I think we'll be able to get an indicator if they're moving a little more efficiently without the ball. If in both their cases they're on the offensive glass a little bit, that their motors are going early.
Our tip-off is presented by Chicho's. Chicho's has been serving more than pizza since 1968. Visit one of their 9 locations today. Monarchs coming out with the gray uniforms. Old, the number, and Dominion across the front in light blue, trimmed in Hudson blue. Just the numbers on the back. They'll be moving from left to right towards downtown Norfolk. Meanwhile, Southern Miss comes out with the black uniforms. Southern, the number, and Miss across the front in white trimmed in gold. Names and numbers on the back. They'll be moving from right to left towards downtown Norfolk. The officials for today's contest, Glenn Tewitt, James Gibson, and Kyle Bowen. And we've had enough of the pregame blather. Time to get this thing underway. When you were a coach for many years, Dennis, winning as coach in Boston University men's hoop history, what were you saying at this moment as the Monarchs are gathered around Mike Jones?
Let's remember everything we talked about in preparing for the game, and let's go out and have fun. Don't worry about mistakes. Play as hard as you can.
Sound advice, and let's hope the Monarchs can heat it early on. Again, they got off to a fast start against Arkansas State, fast to the tune of a 5 or 6-0 lead. but they went like 1 for 12 from the field and couldn't take advantage of a dreadful start from the Red Wolves, and Arkansas State made them pay later.
So, again, I'd like to see particularly Robert Davis Jr. get some open looks to start the game.
Caleb Swanton Rogers steps into the center circle wearing a mask. He got blasted in the nose on Thursday. He's wearing the mask, and he controls the tip with a back tap to Jaden Johnson, and we're underway from Chartway Arena in Norfolk, wherever you may be on this Sunbelt Saturday. Glad to have you along for Monarch basketball against Southern Miss.
And Southern Miss is in his own.
Dura Gordon holds the ball now into the right-hand corner. Stephon Walker, 15 to shoot in this first possession. Back to Caleb at the top of the circle, left-hand side to Jaden Johnson. They've got to figure out the zone. Sometimes it takes a little longer. Back to Jaden Johnson. Penetrates, jump stop move in the lane. The 10-footer is no good. Rebound comes down to Southern Miss, and D'Antoni Gordon quickly gets it to Curbelo, and we've got a whistle and a kick ball.
And it's going to be important. Curbelo is probably as capable as anybody in the league of pushing the action. So everyone's going to have to really make a concentrated effort to get back on, play good defense.
He's going to have the ball in his hands an awful lot. Here he is, the top of the circle. One-hand push pass, deflected. He gathers it himself. Now back to Woods. Woods, top of the circle. Now foul line extended. Right side dribbles. Picks up the dribble. Goes downstairs. Throws it away. Stolen by Dura Gordon. The Monarchs moving left to right in a scoreless ball game. 50 seconds in here in Norfolk. Dura Gordon to Johnson. Usually if you can get set up quickly against the zone, you can have a little bit more success. There's a little 2-3 here, Dennis.
Yeah, it looks like it's a matchup zone to me.
Here's Walker down on the left blocks, lays it up and in. Strong move from Stephon Walker, and he's on the board.
And that should be his mindset against this team the whole game. Old Dominion has a size advantage. They should be able to get the ball inside.
Watson dribble handoff to Curbelo. He's at the top, tries to go downstairs, does. Nice layup there from D'Antoni Gordon. And we're tied at 2-2.
And the Monarchs were slow rotating on that roll to the basket.
18.5 to go in the first. Tied at 2 here in Norfolk. Dura Gordon on the right wing. Gets a screen from Swanton Roger. Dribbles through it. Now into the left-hand corner they go. Robert Davis Jr. puts it on the deck. Picks up the dribble and throws the ball away. Turnover Old Dominion. Thought Jaden Johnson was going to go to the wing area, and he threw it there, and Jaden wasn't there, and there you go. No leading scorer, Denaje Harris. No leading rebounder for the Golden Eagles here this afternoon as we're tied at 2-2. Curbelo running the weave, top of the circle, counterclockwise, looping down toward the corner they go. Whip it around the circumference, and here's Wilson driving left-hand side. Loses the basketball. It's tipped away and stolen by Robert Davis Jr. Headman pass, Dura Gordon on the left-hand side, gets into the corner, almost forgets the basketball, recovers, goes to Walker at the top. Takes the three, goes to Caleb Swanton Roger in the paint. He's got himself in position, throws it up off glass, no good.
You know, and he didn't kind of go up through him, Ted. He kind of faded. Caleb faded to his right on that shot.
Here's Watson with the basketball, top of the circle, a screen from Gordon, and the firing jumper is no good from Watson. Rebound, Dura Gordon of Old Dominion. 2-2 our score, 17:25 to play in the first. Here's Robert Davis Jr., a right wing three. That's off the mark. Tried to draw the foul, didn't do it, and we've got a whistle.
See, and one of the things I think on this trying to draw the foul on these three-point attempts is you have to go up and down in the same spot, and you can't be kind of anticipating contact, Ted.
Caleb Swanton Roger called for the foul right there, and we've got R.J. Blakeney into the ball game quickly for Old Dominion. Curbelo to the front court, Watson on the right wing. To Curbelo at the top, between the circles, man-to-man defense from Old Dominion. Tries to split defenders, loses the basketball, and we've got a whistle and a foul that's going to go against Curbelo of Southern Miss.
Well, and one of the things I think you can see pretty clearly is how careless Southern Miss can be with the ball on their. I think they have turnovers on 2 or 3 of their first possessions here.
Blakeney quickly came in for Sean Dura Gordon.
And this zone starts off with a little bit of a 1-3-1 look, Ted, and then they kind of morph back into a 2-3.
Blakeney at the top, chest pass to Walker on the right-hand side to Swanton Roger between the circles. Now left, they go to Robert Davis Jr. His pass goes skip side into the right-hand corner. This is Walker, doesn't fire. It goes to a cutting Davis Jr. for a layup that's good.
And that's something that I'm so happy to see him do. It will make it a lot easier on him on the perimeter. He's getting a couple of easy ones here and there.
Didn't score points until the late in the second half against Arkansas State on Thursday, quickly off to the good start here today. Here's a three from the other end. It's Kobe Montgomery drilling one from deep to give Southern Miss their first lead at 5-4.
And he's their best three-point shooter. They got to contain Curbelo off the dribble.
16:23 to play in the half. 5-4. Southern Miss leads Old Dominion here in Norfolk. Top of the circle, it's Caleb Swanton-Roger. Gets it to Blakeney. Blakeney downstairs, and the layup is no good, but a foul is drawn by Stephon Walker. Good look from Blakeney in close quarters.
Against a matchup zone like that, Ted, if you get in the lane and guys cut, there's often confusion about who has who with the cutters going through.
Brewer Caruth charged with the foul, and Stephon Walker will go to the line for two. First free throw is good. 3 points to start things for Stephon Walker, who averages 6.5 along with 8.5 rebounds. 5-5 our score, 16-16 to play in our first half. Into the lineup, Christian Reed, a 6'4 freshman from North Miami Beach. Second foul shot is short for Stephon Walker, so we remain tied at 5. Cabello walks it across. Man-to-man defense from Jaden Johnson. He's waiting for him at the top of the circle as Cabello calls for a Reed pick and takes a long three and buries it.
Cabello's talented, Ted, and there's going to have to be recognition of where he is.
Didn't draw a three, and there's an alley-oop. Robert Davis Jr. to Caleb Swanton-Roger. How about that?
Well, any diagonal look like that against the 1-3-1 zone over the top, Ted, is always a good play.
This is Watson down the right-hand side. Bowls over some players, throws it up, and draws the foul. Strong move to the bucket for the 6'6 junior from Lanham, Maryland, Christian Watson. And with 15:39 to play in our first half, we've got ourselves a first timeout. Southern Miss with free throws when we return. Golden Eagles 8, Old Dominion 7. Now this from Team Monarch partner Pepsi. Pepsi, now that's what I like.
Clear.
Who's better with Pepsi Zero Sugar? But don't take our word for it. In fact, don't take any words for it. Crispy and cheesy, paired with delicious and refreshing. My mouth is watering already. Ooh, too hot. Yeah, we've all been there. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
Come around to brighter days with Chartway Credit Union. We've got the tools, technology, and people to help you reach your life goals. As a Chartway member, you'll not only get great rates on savings and auto and home loans, but flexible checking options too. And you'll also be supported by people who live and work right here in Hampton Roads. Get started now and unlock your possible. Find your time to shine today at Chartway.com. Chartway Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility subject to verification.
Not everyone can upload an entire image library while directing a photo shoot and managing online bookings plus a website portfolio while simultaneously answering client calls after finding the perfect lighting and capturing the perfect expression. Whew. But you have what it takes. And at Cox Business, we have the IT solutions to help you manage it all. Visit coxbusiness.com for details. All services subject to Cox Business general terms.
10 seconds.
This is Old Dominion
5, 4, 3.
Network.
The Monarch men's basketball season is presented by Bon Secours. With Bon Secours, it's never been easier to stay engaged in your health care your way. Bon Secours, primary, specialty, and emergency care for the universe of you. 8-7, Southern Miss leads Old Dominion. 15:39 to go in the first half. Dennis Wolf, your thoughts on the first segment?
You know, it's kind of how I thought it would go to start a little bit. Each team is feeling the other team out a little bit. And, you know, the zone has been something the Monarchs have not seen, Ted. So it's going to maybe take them a minute or two to get accustomed to how they're going to play offensively against it.
Southern Miss 3 for 4 to start. The Monarchs are 3 for 6. And here comes Christian Watson, a 70% free throw shooter with a pair. First one's good. That's his first point. And it's 9-7 Southern Miss. 4-1 the rebounding advantage for Southern Miss. They come in out rebounding opponents by 2.
Once again, right about now.
Second foul shot from Watson is good. Smooth looking free throws from the junior. And it's a 10-7 Southern Miss lead. Their largest in the early going.
And they're changing this up defensively, and they have Gordon now on the top of the zone.
Blakeney will fire from the elbow, gets hit on the elbow, but still nails the jumper.
And that's still the right place to go with the ball, Ted. Anything in the, the high post area against that zone, be effective.
10-9 the ball game score with Southern Miss leading Old Dominion. Curbelo yo-yos the dribble between the circles. Jaden Johnson waits to see which way he's going. He pushes it to Watson on the right side. He'll fire a three, and that's good.
And I don't understand that defense, Ted.
What defense?
Well, Stefan was just watching him get his feet set and get ready to shoot.
13-9 Southern Miss. Swanton Roger hands back to Robert Davis Jr. He finds himself on the left wing for a three that's off the iron, no good. Strong rebound there from Curbelo. Curbelo had a double-double, 24 and 10 at James Madison. Goes all the way, steps through, dishes late, and Caleb Swanton Roger comes up with the basketball. He's got to unload it, though, and he can't. Looks like it's going to be a jump ball that'll go to Southern Miss. A loose ball that was like the greased pig.
Well, and that's an example of the lack of discipline by Southern Miss. Curbelo was right to the rim, and all he had to do was make a nice soft pass, and tries to get a little tricky look away, and they were lucky they didn't turn it over.
Curbelo will inbound baseline right. Looking, still looking, brings it in to the corner to Gordon, and then gets it right back from him. He's in the corner. Here's another three. That's good. And this team is cooking with gas from deep.
Well, Curbelo, he's a good player, and they're going to have to get to him sooner.
16-9. This team averages 7 threes a game. They've already made 4. Robert Davis will try and make one for Old Dominion. And he will make one for Old Dominion.
And this should be, if they're patient and they can get him into some open spots, he's going to have a lot of good looks in this game.
16-12 for Southern Miss. 14 minutes to go in the half. Curbelo to the right elbow. Brings the dribble back. Walker on him. He waves everybody off. He's going to try and take Stefan to the hole. Crosses over at the elbow. Reach-in foul for Stefan Walker.
And that's his second foul, Ted.
Second personal on Walker. Third on the team. And we'll see if Mike Jones goes to his bench.
Alfred Worrell entered the game for the Golden Eagles.
16-12. Southern Miss leads, and here comes Danny Pounds off the bench for Stefan Walker. We'll see if Pounds can provide some solid minutes here early in the first half. 13:49 to go. Baseline right, Curbelo brings it in, gets the ball back in the corner. One bounce to Reed on the low blocks against Jaden Johnson. Spins on Jaden, brings the ball back outside to Watson, and here's the long three, and that's no good. Off the iron, the ball's tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Southern Miss off the miss from Alfred Worrell, the 6'4 junior from Washington, D.C., who missed his first shot.
So they're going to stay in this 1-3-1 matchup to start this possession.
Blakeney swings it left side to Duragordon, top of the circle to Pounds, right-hand side to Robert Davis Jr. One bounce back to Duragordon. He'll take a left wing three. That hits nothing. It goes out of bounds. Monarchs on Thursday, 4 for 24 from beyond the arc.
Well, and Sean has been very effective in around the basket and shooting the occasional three. It almost seemed like he's anxious to contribute here and kind of rush that shot, Ted.
Monarchs thus far tonight, 1 for 4 from beyond the arc. The Golden Eagles are 4 for 5. And left wide open is Curbelo. This time it's no good. And the rebound comes down. It hits the floor, but there's the Golden Eagle to wrestle it. Another possession for the Golden Eagles, thanks to the efforts of Christian Reed on the offensive glass. Here's Curbelo driving right side, gets all the way through into the left-hand corner to the Worrell on the left wing. 7 to shoot, and traveling's call.
And this is the type of possession that, Danny Pounds has to do a better job. He's the biggest, most athletic guy, and he needed to clear that defensive board.
So it's Jaden Johnson, freshman from Waldorf, Maryland, bringing it across to Duragordon on the right side. One bounce to Blakeney. Now they work it to the left. And Robert Davis Jr., and he's going to throw it away. Second turnover of the first 6 minutes for Robert Davis Jr.
And Ted, if I could just get into this here, you got to get the ball into the gaps between the two defenders. You can't just keep passing it up over the top of the guy who's putting pressure.
Curbelo, lots of experience running the attack for Jay Ladner's Golden Eagles, who come in at 6-8 overall, 1-1 in the league. Here he crosses over on Blakeney, gets past him and draws the foul. Again, the single move getting space for Curbelo, and he's drawn the foul, and he'll go to the line.
You know, it's always an interesting thing. When I was coaching BU, Ted, they had Jose Juan Barea, who spent a long time in the NBA. And he always acted like every time he got fouled, it was some type of crime against him, which is the way Curbelo seems to be acting to start this game.
Curbelo's got 6 to start things. He's an 81% free throw shooter. He'll get 2 here to try and improve this 16-12 Southern Miss lead. First one's good. Again, 24-10 Thursday night in that loss at JMU. 5-point lead for the Golden Eagles. Monarchs way out of sync offensively. Well, second free throw is good.
They have to pick their energy level up on both ends of the floor, Ted. They're just a little bit stagnant right now.
Well, Southern Miss is shooting 63%, including 4 for 6 from 3. So it's Johnson and Blakeney and Davis Jr. and Dura Gordon and Danny Pounds on the floor for Mike Jones and the Monarchs. Davis Jr. on the left-hand wing. One bounce pass to the top to Gordon. Dura Gordon on the right wing now. Back to Jaden Johnson. Pass deflected but saved before the sideline by Robert Davis Jr. Davis Jr. puts it on the deck, gets to the foul line, rises, fires, and hits. 7 points for Robert Davis Jr. and the Monarchs within 4 at 18-14.
And the type of play you'd like to see, Ted, where he got into the lane and came to a 2-foot stop and just went up.
Jose Benitez into the ball game. He's got it now for Southern Miss against the man-to-man defense of Jaden Johnson. Now they go to Watson. Johnson picks him up on the switch. Shake and bake move, and the fadeaway is off the iron, no good. Soaring for the rebound, R.J. Blakeney gets to Jaden. He's quickly in the front court to our right. Monarchs down 4. Blakeney fakes the pass, goes back to Johnson. Johnson penetrates downstairs to Pounds, puts it up with the right hand, no good. Battles for the rebound, knocks it away, and it goes to Alfred Worrell. Into the front court comes Worrell. Reed and Pounds trail the two trail, getting back into the defensive end. Now they're both back. And here's Watson for Southern Miss. Right-hand side, Worrell with the basketball. Jab step move. Will shoot over Davis Jr. and hit the 3.
Again, Ted, we can't stare at them as they're shooting threes.
Worrell, his first 3, and it's been a 3-fest for Southern Miss in the early going. Into the corner, they go to R.J. Blakeney. Skip pass to Dura Gordon, right elbow, and he's fouled there by Southern Miss's Christian Watson. And that'll bring us to a timeout. Monarchs need to reel it in defensively as Southern Miss off to a 5-for-7 start from beyond the arc. And the Golden Eagles lead the Monarchs 21-14. 10:52 to play in our first half. And this is the ODU Sports Radio Network.
At Centera, clear health every day. And when it comes to your health, the best defense starts with a strong offense. That's why Centera Health Plans provides quality care and coverage for individuals, families, and businesses of all sizes. Our members benefit from progressive plans and products, including access to virtual care, health and wellness programs, and even special discount programs. Centera Health Plans is the trade name of Centera Health Plans, Centera Health Insurance Company, Centera Health Administration Incorporated, and Centera Behavioral Health.
For some, it's just a game. But you know it's more. It's knowing a team can do more than any one individual can do alone. We agree. That's how we play. At Town Bank, we believe in partnering with you. We support your dreams, and we prove it every day by helping make dreams reality. Town Bank, a Town family of companies, serving others, enriching lives. Member FDIC.
Atlantic Orthopedic Specialists keep you moving and doing what you love. As the region's largest, most comprehensive orthopedic practice, they've been serving Hampton Roads for over 100 years. Multiple locations across Hampton Roads, 24 physicians, and 8 different specialties. Spine and scoliosis, sports medicine, hand to shoulder, total joint replacement, foot and ankle, orthopedic oncology, pain management, physical therapy, and with their AOS Now walk-in clinics, no appointment is necessary. As leaders in orthopedic health, Atlantic Orthopedic Specialists is proud to be the team physicians for All right, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
Radio Network.
Chartway Credit Union is the official credit union of Old Dominion Athletics. Chartway Credit Union, big enough to empower you, small enough to remember you. Become a member today. Ted Alexander, Dennis Wolf, Dave Strickland here courtside at Chartway Arena. Richie Somerville back in our Monarch Game Day studios in Virginia Beach, and wherever you may be on this Saturday. Appreciate you joining us for Monarch Hoops. The Golden Eagles, Dennis, went 7 for 23 from 3 against JMU on Thursday. Tonight against Old Dominion, or this afternoon, they're 5 for 7.
The Monarchs absolutely need to pick up their defensive intensity right here, Ted. It's just been way too easy for Southern Miss on almost every possession.
Right-hand side, Caden Diggs is into the ballgame. Gets it back to Jaden Johnson. Now he goes left side to Duragordon as they play catch around the perimeter. A screen from Caleb Swanton Roger. Gets the ball to Duragordon at the foul line. Back to Johnson. Johnson with 7 on the shot clock. Drives, loses the basketball. Turnover Old Dominion. And here come the Golden Eagles. And that's going to be steps called. Little contact there, but in the end, Christian Reed's called for traveling.
I think that, he traveled. The contact kind of came after the travel.
There was certainly traveling. See if the Monarchs can get something going with Calum downstairs. Huge height advantage for him at the back of that zone. Here's Diggs. They double team him by the midcourt stripe. Gets the ball to Johnson. Johnson, a screen from Roger. Into the corner they go. Blakeney back to Duragordon. Jump stop move in the paint. Throws it up with the right hand. Nobody's foul.
But that's a good move going toward the basket. You draw some contact.
Foul is charged. The Golden Eagles, number 15, Christian Reed.
Reed will pick up his first personal foul, and Sean Duragordon will go to the line looking for his first point. Monarchs being out-rebounded at this juncture, 8-3. Duragordon with 2. 84% free throw shooter, best on the Monarchs. First one's good, and that's his first point. Had 21 and 8 against Arkansas State on Thursday, and it's a hockey line change for Southern Miss. Most importantly, Andre Curbelo back into the ballgame.
And I think Southern Miss, the other night against JMU, they lost Neftali Alvarez, who's their starting point guard, early in the game. And then Harris was supposedly playing sick. So neither of them even dressed, but it appears that the guys they have are playing with a lot of energy.
Harris and Alvarez bring 27 points to the contest for Southern Miss each game. They are not playing so far here today. Top of the circle, Gordon leaves it for Montgomery. Kobe Montgomery stopped by Swanton Roger at the left blocks. They bring it back outside. Curbelo will go to work with 10 on the shot clock. 9:55 to play in the half. 5-point lead for Southern Miss. Curbelo surveying, goes downstairs. Gets the ball to Gordon. D'Antoni Gordon spins around, and the layup is good.
Well, they got the switch, and they had Jaden on their biggest player in the game, and he did a good job of being patient.
23-16 for Southern Miss here in Norfolk. Johnson, nothing coming easy for Old Dominion. Gets a screen from Swanton Roger. Jaden takes it to the paint. Drive and dish to Blakeney, who flushes it from the left baseline.
You have to try to penetrate the gaps, Ted, against the 1-3-1 zone like that, and then you'll end up with easy shots.
23-18 Southern Miss. Here with 9:17 to play in the first half. Alfred Worrell, chest pass. Left-hand side goes to Kobe Montgomery. Now back to Curbelo. Curbelo down the left side with a left-hand dribble. Throws it up with the right. Partially blocked, but the tip put not in. And it comes down to Jaden Johnson. Great effort from Caleb Swanton Roger. Monarchs running. Caden Diggs, left side. Jam! Oh, what a play!
And you'd like to see him run as hard as he can. This is what we're talking about Curbelo now. He's down. Hopefully he's okay.
Underneath the basket to our left, athletic trainer Jason Mitchell out for the Monarchs now. Get some attention from the Southern Miss staff. What a flush from Caden Diggs. His most emphatic points as a Monarch brings Old Dominion to within 23-20 at 8:56 to go in the first half. Obviously, in any basketball arena, not a lot of room behind the baseline. Curbelo is now up, and he will walk off grimacing. He's the game's leading scorer with 8 points. Couple of threes, couple of free throws.
And he was out last year with a concussion for a while, so I don't know. He seems to be holding his head right now. He's only played in 6 of the games this year so far. And they'll have a hard time, Ted, if he's out for any extended period here.
He's been running the attack for Jay Ladner's Golden Eagles right throughout. You mentioned with Neftali Alvarez, their usual point guard, not playing. The task becomes a little taller for our visitors from Hattiesburg, who lead at 23-20. Full court pressure from Old Dominion. Worrell gets the ball across the way to Jose Benitez. His chest pass finds Deontay Gordon on the right side, takes it to the hole past Caleb Swanton Roger, and he lays it in.
And that was way too easy. You know, and anytime they score, Ted, it gives them an opportunity to get really into this 1-3-1 that's given the Monarchs a lot of trouble so far.
25-20, 8.5 to go in our first half. Jaden Johnson, left-hand side, Durgordon, drives left-hand side, throws it up and in, and he's fouled, and it counts. Threw it off the fingertips right there. Got the roll off the rim and the harm, and Sean Durgordon will back up his first field goal with another trip to the line. Benitez picks up the personal. That's his first, and it's a 25-22 ball game. Monarchs down 3. And Vitatis Zegas is going to report to the scorer's table in a moment, as Durgordon will try and complete the three-point opportunity. Up and in for Durgordon, who has 5. Swanton Roger out. Zegas in for Old Dominion. So you've got Caden Diggs and Jaden Johnson and Sean Durgordon and Vitatis Zegas and R.J. Blakeney in full court pressure mode. Caruth working the backcourt with Laurel. Now Jose Benitez working against Jaden Johnson at the midcourt stripe. Hounding defense, but he gets away from him. Benitez now runs into much taller Zegas. Right-hand side, Caruth. Right wing, Worrell. He'll fire a long 3. That's no good. Zegas, the rebound for Old Dominion.
And again, they had forced the switch, and they had a mismatch inside, but they didn't take advantage of it.
See if Z can take advantage of this extended playing time. Diggs in the left-hand corner, puts it on the deck, almost loses it, finds Zegas. Zegas will take a right wing 3. In and out, no good. Oh, love to see that one go down.
And it was a confident shot, which he stepped into.
Yep, good-looking 3, just didn't fall for Old Dominion. Benitez with the basketball. To Montgomery on the left-hand side, now to Worrell. Worrell just missed a 3. Left-hand side, Caruth into the corner. Montgomery for 3, good. That's a tough shot.
Well, we're just late. We're late on the closeouts, Ted. You know, he's not a guy putting the ball on the ground.
28-23, Southern Miss led most of the way in this first half. It has 7:19 to play in it. Here's Johnson, top of the circle. Diggs on the left wing, into the corner he goes to Blakeney. They work it now to Diggs on the left wing. 9 to shoot, puts it on the deck, throws it up with the right hand, no good. A little bit of a wild shot. Rebound comes down to Worrell, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Southern Miss. Extra hustle from Sean Durgordon right there brings us to the under 8 timeout. 7:01 to play in our first half. Southern Miss leads Old Dominion 28-23. The Golden Eagles 6 for 9 from 3. Monarchs just 1 for 5. And this is the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Atlantic Bay is clear ownership. They're also proud to be the official mortgage company of ODU Athletics. Your hometown lender loves helping Monarch alumni, the Hampton Roads community, and beyond. Create strong financial futures with outstanding mortgage products, local market knowledge, and service that will keep you smiling from contract to the closing table. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, lending peace of mind since 1996. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, LLC, NMLS 72043, NMLSConsumerAccess.org is an equal opportunity lender.
Ashley has your ultimate game plan to bring home the style and comfort and create your perfect space to entertain this season. Score big savings on everything for your home with hundreds of styles in stock and ready for delivery from Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Shop all 6 Ashley and the new Ashley outlets in Hampton Roads and start saving big today.
You are the North Star, the guiding light for the ones you love. Where you lead, they follow. And when you take care of yourself, they can stay healthy and strong, like you. You are the center of their universe. And the first step to their good health is yours. Bon Secours.
10 seconds.
Juicy Care. Healthcare for the universe of you.
5, 4, 3.
U Sports Radio Network.
Southern Miss 28, Old Dominion 23 with 7:01 to play in our first half. I mentioned the Golden Eagles cooking from beyond the arc. They're 6 for 9. Monarchs 1 for 5. And our 3-point field goals tonight are brought to you by Cooper Hurley. No need to worry. Call Cooper Hurley 333-3333.
Ted, one of the things that I think the Monarchs are going to have to start doing way more of is trying to go to the offensive glass. you're facing this zone. These guys don't have clear blockout responsibilities, and we're doing too much standing. So consequently, we don't have an offensive rebound 13 minutes into the game.
And the Monarchs, one of the best in the Sun Belt, off the offensive glass. That's been sort of where they've been making their money thus far in the season.
Well, and what they've done is this zone has gotten ODU standing around.
And that's what it's designed to do, but you've got to work harder against it and work more efficiently against it. So here we go. Old Dominion basketball. Jaden Johnson will inbound baseline right. Robert Davis Jr., Sean Dura-Gordon, Exatus Zegas, and R.J. Blakeney on the floor for Mike Jones. Looking, still looking. One bounce to Blakeney. Blakeney holds it over the head in the right corner, brings it out to Robert Davis Jr., hands it back to his freshman point guard, Jaden Johnson. Guarded by Caruth. A screen from Zegas. Left wing, Dura-Gordon picks up the dribble right there, throws it into the right-hand corner. Blakeney back to Dura-Gordon, left-hand side to Jaden Johnson. He penetrates, throws the ball off, and the layup is good. Nice effort there to Blakeney.
Well, and a good job again, Jaden penetrating and RJ finding an open spot.
Good things happen when you penetrate against the zone, but you have to do it forcefully and with strong hands. 28-25, Southern Miss. Benitez on the left wing gets past Zegas, throws it out to Caruth. His right wing three is well off the mark, and a long rebound batted by Blakeney to Montgomery. Montgomery into the paint, throws it up with the right hand. No good. Rebound batted. Now RJ grabs it with two hands. Outlet pass, Jaden Johnson on this side. Into the right-hand corner. Robert Davis Jr. Catch, shoot, score!
And that's a good job by Jaden passing the ball ahead.
And Zegas was sitting there going, look at Davis, pointing to Davis before Jaden got over the midcourt stripe. He found him with a pass, and Davis buries the three.
And if you can beat them down the floor, Ted, it does a lot of things if you score like that, but it makes it hard for them to set up in that zone.
28-28. Monarchs have come back from a first half deficit. Largest lead was 7 for Southern Miss, and the Monarchs have made that evaporate. Now, can they keep the momentum going to wrap up this half? 6:05 to go. Want to remind you that the Virginia 529 Savings Plan Diaper Derby is coming up at halftime. Any of the grandkids involved?
Unless this is a virtual Diaper Derby up in Massachusetts, I would say no.
All right. It is not. We're looking forward to seeing live babies out here and parents just doing their darndest to make the loved ones come toward them. And oftentimes, hilarity ensues. All right, Curbelo back into the ball game. That's good to see as he went down. By the way, Jaden Johnson, if you're wondering what he's been doing, how about 5 assists for the Monarch freshman point guard? They go to full court pressure, and Christian Watson gets into the front court against the man-to-man defensive stylings of Sean Dura-Gordon. Spins to the top of the circle, doesn't take the three. One bounce to Montgomery, then he gets it back to Watson. Watson working against Zegas, shoots over V, and that one's no good. And the rebound comes floating into the arms of R.J. Blakeney. One and done on the threes as their percentage from deep is going down. 28-28 our score, 5.5 to play in the first half here in Norfolk. Blakeney, skip pass, right-hand side. Robert Davis Jr. gets past Curbelo, baseline jumper of about 3 feet, but 13 feet is no good, but he's fouled by Curbelo, and Robert Davis Jr. goes to the free throw line, having scored 10 points in this first half.
Well, see, this is when teams have an up-and-down season like Southern Miss. They take a bad shot at one end, and their most important player gets called for like a ticky-tack foul on the other end.
Second personal foul on Andre Curbelo, and Robert Davis Jr. makes his first trip to the foul line, and the first shot is good. 11 points for Robert Davis Jr. Had just 6 against Arkansas State. All came late in the ball game. And when he's playing well and scoring, the Monarchs are better. Up with the right hand and gets the shooter's roll, and the Monarchs have a 30-28 lead with 5:27 to play in the first. Full court pressure. Montgomery brings it into Curbelo. Jaden Johnson's waiting for him, but he gets over the timeline without incident. Now he gets past Jaden all the way, drives into the right-hand corner, keeps on dribbling with R.J. Blakeney in front of him. Man-to-man defense crosses over, drives through him, dish, layup, good. Gordon, the beneficiary of the drive and dish.
Yeah, that was an odd-looking play. It almost looked like Curbelo traveled.
And we got a whistle. And a foul will go against Curbelo, and that'll be his third.
You know, that's what I said. These are the type of things that have happened to him throughout his career. he's talking to the refs too much, and then he gets a cheap foul.
Well, he's in a bad spot, too, on the back end against Caleb Swanton Roger.
Well, they have a guard on the baseline in the 1-3-1, so he's got to be smart to avoid that, but he obviously didn't.
And the Golden Eagles are over the limit, so Caleb Swanton Roger will go to the line for the first time today.
Caleb Swanton Roger with a
He's a 58% free throw shooter, 1-1. First one, no good, rims the basket, and it's tipped out of bounds by Sean Duragord.
You know, and I'm not even sure Southern Miss has picked up that he's got 3 fouls. They're leaving him in here with 3 fouls, which to me would be a big mistake the way, he's out of control sometimes, but that's good for the Monarchs.
Being guarded man-to-man is Corbello by Jaden Johnson, who doesn't have any personal fouls yet. Corbello straight away, guarded now by Robert Davis Jr. A screen from Reed is waiting if he wants to use it. Spins in the lane, gets some space, throws it up, and no good. Rebound, Swanton Roger grabbed. Corbello takes it away from him. That's not a foul. Come on now. And he goes reverse and lays it in. You got to be kidding me.
Well, Caleb needs to be way stronger to start off, Ted. But that looked like that might have been a foul, and Corbello's going to get another foul here. And now he just suckered him into it.
And he's chirping, too. He and Caleb Swanton Roger. And Ben Nacy quickly off Mike Jones' bench. So that's going to go against Caleb. That'll be his second. Not too sure about that call at the other end. This has been a funky game. This is a funky team to watch. And Mike Jones told me at shoot-around today, he said the way they play defense is really unique because it's not really a matchup, but they're all over the place defensively, and it's hard. You got to first diagnose, then figure it out.
Well, there's no question about it. And if you haven't played against it regularly, probably most teams in college basketball don't practice against zones that much because almost everybody plays some version of man-to-man.
32-30, Southern Miss, 4:20 to play in the first half. Montgomery gets the ball to Gordon. Gordon on the perimeter, hands it to Benitez, who's going counterclockwise to the right elbow, gets into the paint, gets to Nacy, spins on the pivot foot, throws it up, no good. Good defense from Nacy there. He hands the rebound to Robert Davis Jr., who's in the front court to our right. Chest pass to Duragord on the right side. He burrows toward the lane. Shot blocked there nicely by Christian Reed, and here comes Southern Miss right to left. Under 4 minutes to play, first half. Southern Miss, black uniforms, gold and white trim. Come in at 6-8 overall, 1-1 in the league. Taking on a gray-clad Monarch team that's 5-9 this year, also 1-1 in Sun Belt Conference play. Montgomery, one bounce, high post right side to Benitez. Passes off the mark, but it finds its way to Reed in the corner. Gets it back to Benitez. He penetrates on the right-hand side. Goes through. Pass awful, stolen by Duragord. Duragord gets it to Jaden Johnson. Monarchs are moving. Ben Nacy runs the floor and then throws the ball away. Got caught under the basket after the nice catch, but then threw the ball away.
Yeah, he was in a little bit too much of a hurry, Ted. He just needed to secure it, let them hold on to the possession.
Benitez to the left wing. Pass the ball to Gordon, now to Watson. Watson to the right elbow, throws it up wildly, but they're going to call a foul on somebody, and that's going to be on Robert Davis Jr., his first. That'll bring us to a timeout with 3:05 to play first half action. 32-30, Southern Miss leads Old Dominion. This is the ODU Sports Radio Network.
At ODU Global, the clear as unique as you are. Whether it's day one or a do-over, whether you're following the footsteps of a legacy or charting your own course, free credit evaluations help you get the most from your prior credits and military or work experience so you can finish your degree faster. ODU Global, education for where you are and for where you want to go, for your world. Apply now at online.odu.edu today.
Toyota Phone is on, making now the perfect time to stop by your local Toyota dealer to check out all the great vehicles in Toyota's lineup, like the exciting new 25 Camry, stylish Corolla, or adventure-ready RAV4, all with great MPGs. Or hop in a rugged Tacoma or Tundra, ready for anything and everything you need to haul home for the holidays. Visit buyatoyota.com for local inventory, great deals, and more. But hurry, offers end January 6th. Toyota, let's go workplaces.
As the leader in modern indoor comfort across Monarch Nation, Bryant strives to help ODU fans discover premium home comfort. At Bryant, they're focused on their customers' needs, and they offer a proven track record of success, just like your ODU Monarchs. Bryant Indoor Comfort Solutions are designed, built, and supported by a network of industry experts across the state of Virginia. To find your local expert, visit BryantCoolsODU.com. Bryant is the official heating and cooling partner of ODU Athletics.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
No network.
Monarch basketball presented in part by Under Armour, proud to outfit Old Dominion University basketball in the world's most innovative footwear, uniforms, and training gear. Visit UA.com today to see Under Armour's full range of performance gear and footwear. Ted Alexander, Dennis Wolf, pleased to be joined by Dave Strickland, crunching the numbers for you here at Chartway Arena. Richie Somerville in our Monarch Game Day studios in Virginia Beach. 32-30, Southern Miss had led by 7. Monarchs took a 2-point lead of their own, and with 3:05 to go in our first half. It'll be free throws.
And the Monarchs still without an offensive rebound. And
Christian Watson on the line, swishing the first. He's 3 for 3 from the stripe. He's got 6, and the lead is 3.
And I find this borderline incredible that with 3 minutes left in the half and Southern Miss having a lead, that Cabello's still playing with 3 fouls.
Second one rattles out, no good. Duragordon the rebound. Why not? He's in 11 minutes. He's got 10 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 fouls. That's a busy day.
And he's 1 play away from his 4th foul, Ted, which would really handicap them the rest of the game.
In the zone, Blakeney doesn't shoot the 3, goes to Jaden Johnson, right wing 3, no good, off the right side of the iron. There's an offensive rebound. Duragordon gets fouled going up. Golden Eagles thought they had a lot of ball on that one. They might have a beef, but Sean will go back to the line for 2.
And that's the first offensive rebound for the Monarchs, and Sean is always the one in there sticking his nose in.
Duragordon back to the line with 2:44 to play in the half. He'll get 2 out of this one. Not a ball on that one, but we'll take it. Meanwhile, Curbelo still jawing to those Zebras. First one is no good for Sean. He'll get 1 more.
I don't remember who did we have last year on the Monarch team that spent an inordinate amount of time having long conversations with the ref.
Second free throw is up and no good. A rare 0 for 2 trip to the line for Sean Duragordon. 33-30. Southern Miss leads. Monarchs from the foul line now 6 for 10, while Southern Miss is 5 for 6. Curbelo with the basketball, guarded by Jaden Johnson with 2.5 to play in the half. He's clearing everybody out. He wants to go left side. Sizing things up. A screen from Reed gets Curbelo to the left-hand corner. Fakes the 3 from there. Gets it back off the pass, and the elbow jumper is no good. Soaring for the rebound is Sean Duragordon. Hands the ball to Jaden Johnson, and the Monarchs moving right to left, trying to slice into this 3-point lead. Left-hand wing, Duragordon. He laces up a 3. That's too strong. Rebound, Nacy's battling for it. We've got a whistle, and they're going to call the foul on Southern Miss, and Jay Ladner can't believe that.
Good job by Ben going after that long rebound.
Seal they. You're going to give it to Christian Reed. That's his 3rd. Again, Southern Miss playing without Denaje Harris and Neftali Alvarez. Monarchs playing without Devin Caesar. Again, the foot issue. And Ben Nacy goes to the line. 3 for 4 this season. He'll go for a 1-and-1. Monarchs, I believe, have missed their last 3 foul shots. They're 6 for 10 as a team in the first half. And here comes Ben Nacy, the true freshman from Cox High School in Virginia Beach. First one is up and good. That's his first point. He's also got a couple of rebounds, and it's 33-31 Golden Eagles. 1 more for the 6'8", 264-pound freshman. Up with the right hand, and good. Gets the shooter's roll there, so he goes 2 for 2. And it's 33-32. Curbelo into the front court. Again, picked up by Jaden Johnson. They are very familiar with one another. To the left wing, he drifts. Goes to the low blocks to D'Antoni Gordon. Gordon shoots the mid-range jumper. No good. Robert Davis Jr. comes away with the rebound, gets it to Jaden Johnson. And the Monarchs, with 105 seconds to play in the half, will look to take a lead. Johnson, guarded by Gordon. Into the corner he goes to R.J. Blakeney, to a cutting Duragordon. The layup is good. What a look from R.J. to Sean.
Well, and another good cut to the basket. Anything in the middle of the lane, it's going to be a lot easier for the Monarchs to score.
34-33 Old Dominion, 1:17 to play in the half. Crivello down the left-hand side. Into the corner he goes. Watson gets into the foul line, picks up the dribble. Gets it back from his teammate Gordon. Watson against Johnson, finds his way from space, and the jumper's good. That's a two-pointer. Watson has 8 points, and 35-34 is the Golden Eagles' advantage with 56 seconds to play in the half. Blakeney against the zone. Right-hand side, Duragordon. One bounce back to Jaden Johnson. He penetrates back to Duragordon. Duragordon to the 18-foot area. Jumper good.
You know, what you have to do, Ted, is drive it into a gap and make 2 play 1, and then you can find the open man.
Creating some space for his teammate right there, Jaden Johnson, another assist, and the Monarchs go back in front, 36-35. Here's Cabello from the right elbow, backs it out to the wing. He's going to shoot over Blakeney. Backs out even further. Looping pass downstairs for Gordon. They double team him there on the right blocks. Brings the ball outside Montgomery. He catches, he shoots, and he hits.
Yeah, he's a very good standstill three-point shooter.
He's got 3 threes in this first half, and the lead for Southern Miss is now 38-36. 15.1 to go. Mike Jones calls for time. Coming up, Monarch basketball halftime report. We'll get our view from the bench. Richie Somerville will look at the scoreboard. We'll get you stats. And here at Chartway Arena, we'll get a look at, hopefully, is a very entertaining diaper derby coming up.
Can't wait, Ted. Can't wait for the diaper.
The Dapper Derby would be something you'd be involved in.
Well, thank you very much.
Monarchs shooting 54%, 2 for 8 from 3. Southern Miss shooting 48%. They are 7 for 12 from beyond the arc. Golden Eagles 5 for 6 shooting free throws. Monarchs 8 for 12. In the rebounding battle, 16-13, the advantage for Southern Miss. Again, this is a Monarch team that's made a lot of hay thus far this season. One of the strong points for Mike Jones in his first year here has been the rebounding. But as Dennis has mentioned, not a lot going off the offensive glass for the Monarchs. 2 of their 13 have been in the offensive zone. So, shot clock off, 15 seconds to go. Blakeney and Johnson and Duragordon and Nacy and Robert Davis Jr. Seeing if they can tie or take the lead. They're down 2. 9 seconds to go. Over the midcourt stripe, Johnson waves everybody off. Has Nacy at the top of the circle. Goes left-hand side, Duragordon. Drives left baseline. Takes it all the way to the hole. Reverse layup blocked, and a foul is called.
Yeah, if I was Southern Miss on that, I wouldn't like that.
His 4th. Christian Reed just picked up his 4th.
Sean was going up behind the backboard there, Ted. I don't know. Reed put himself in a bad position, but it was not.
2 shots for Duragordon, who is 3 for 5, now 4 for 6. His first one is good, and he gets into double figures. Brings the Monarchs to within 1, 38-37, 1 second to play in our first half. Second foul shot is good. That crawls its way over the front rim. And we're tied at 38, 1 second to go. It's good if it goes. It doesn't go, and we are at halftime here at Chartway Arena in Norfolk. Monarchs trailed by as many as 7 as Southern Miss came out of the gate and was lighting them up from distance. But the Monarchs settled down, started attacking the zone a little bit better in the first half with 10 assists on 13 made buckets. And it's time for our view from the bench with assistant coach Jamal Robinson. Coach, figuring out the zone can be a difficult thing. It seems like at the end of the half you did.
Honestly, we're making it a lot more difficult than it needs to be. We have Corbello, who's about 5'9", 5'10" down there with Ben. If we just move it and throw it over top, we could eat all day. We get them out of that.
What's the message? What's the message for the second half?
Just again, all the silly mistakes. Leaving Montgomery again. He's their shooter. We made that very clear. We're not doing too bad as far as rebounding, but as far as old boards, I think we only have maybe a couple.
Yeah, 1. I think there's been one offensive rebound.
Sean. So picking that up and just defending your matchup, wanting it more than them. We're making it too easy for them, in my opinion.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. That's the view from the bench with Jamal Robinson. Monarchs and Golden Eagles tied at halftime here in Norfolk, 38-38 on the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Monarch basketball on the ODU.
Clear.
Work is presented by Team Monarch Partners, Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, lending peace of mind since 1996. Cox Business, you have what it takes, and at Cox Business, we have the IT solutions to help manage it all. Chartway Credit Union, we're more than a bank, we're where you belong. Centera, their mission is to improve health every day. Pepsi, that's what I like. And ODU Global. ODU Global, education for your world. Visit online.odu.edu. Coming up on the Monarch Basketball Halftime Report, highlights
10 seconds.
Plus out-of-town scores and more. Now let's go back to the arena and rejoin the voice of the
3, 2, 1.
Network.
Old Dominion 38, Southern Miss 38. Both teams 1-1 in Sun Belt Conference play. It's halftime here at Chartway. Ted Alexander joined by Dennis Wolf, and you heard what Coach Robinson has to say. What you have to add to that?
I would agree with everything that Jamal said, but in addition, I think there has to be a little bit more emphasis on penetrating the gaps and then making 2-play-1 and then make the next pass. And I'm sure they're not happy with what's gone on in total defensively.
The Golden Eagles started shooting lights out. Monarchs defense tightened a bit toward the end of the first half. 54% for Old Dominion, 48% for Southern Miss. And we're tied at 38. This is the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Clear.
You are the North Star, the guiding light for the ones you love. Where you lead, they follow. And when you take care of yourself, they can stay healthy and strong, like you.
This almost seems like
You
child
are the
cruelty
center
to me.
of their universe. And the first step
No.
to their good health
Kids
is
love
yours.
it.
Oh, they do. These kids that are 3 months old,
Primary
know they
specialty
love it.
and
Yes.
emergency
Oh.
care. Health care for the universe of you.
Based on your psychology degree from back in the day, child psychology.
My liberal arts education.
Well, you're really wide-ranging. Most.
serving more than just pizza. Whether you're
Uh-oh,
craving the
here we go.
dishes, ice cold drinks, or just want to kick back and watch
And
the game,
they're off. The diaper
Uh-oh.
derby underway. Oh, there's one kid wearing the hat. Oh, he looks and sees another mates are going in. Daddy, should I keep going? Yes. Mom's waving out.
The drinks are cold and the good times never stop.
Uh-oh.
We got tears. We got some tears on the far end. But determination.
Oh, this one, she's
slapping the field.
Oh, it's like Secretariat of Navy racing.
Secretariat will be your Triple Crown winner. Look at that. Keep the, you got to finish it. Oh, she stopped in her tracks. She stopped in her tracks. Now she starts again. No one close to her. Everybody else still at the start line. And here we go.
Oh, she went to it.
He went to the wrong mom. Oh, we got a whole other.
I don't know if we can count that.
Wow.
Monarchs know success
Wow.
starts with a relentless drive to be the best. Ford Motor Company
Several
believes this
parents
too.
saying, well, we still love you.
Combination of power, performance, and smart
Others
tech.
going to
Ford
cash the
F-Series
check
is
for the Virginia
America's
529.
hardest working
And some are going right home and practicing in the basement for next year.
7 years straight. So whether you're at home or on the road, Ford F-150 is the preferred
Oh,
truck of the
Next year's participants don't exist yet. 10 seconds.
2023 see by total sales.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Radio Network.
Halftime at Chartway Arena in Norfolk. Old Dominion 38, Southern Miss 38. Largest lead for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles was 7. Monarchs led by as many as 2. Dennis, what are they saying in that Monarch locker room about that defense?
Well, they're telling them in general that they need to pick up their intensity. You know, they haven't guarded hard enough. They haven't gone after loose balls hard enough. They haven't gone after offensive rebounds. They're playing a team that's on demand, so you got to figure that there should be a way to out-effort them in this game.
We'll get you some stats, also scores on the way. Today's contest, Old Dominion and Southern Miss, presented by High Val Industries. High Val hoping for more jacked up jams in the second half. Go to highval.com for all your hydraulic needs. High Val serving their customers proudly for more than 45 years. 38-38 at the half, and this is the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Clear.
9:30. 9:30.
Roger.
Bring new Toyota, Honda, Hyundai.
This would be a time if you need to take a break.
Lifetime oil changes and state inspections. Lifetime emergency towing. A 3-day money-back guarantee and a seamless.
Look, it's the tuition monster.
1 price, 1 hour buying experience that puts you in the driver's seat. The winner's edge. Only at Checkered Flag, where winners buy.
Not everyone can upload an entire image library while directing a photo shoot and managing online bookings plus a website portfolio while simultaneously answering client calls after finding the perfect lighting and capturing the perfect expression. Whew. But you have what it takes. And at Cox Business, we have the IT solutions to help you manage it all. Visit coxbusiness.com for details. All services subject to Cox Business general terms.
At ODU Global, the journey toward your degree is as unique as you are. Whether it's day one or a do-over, whether you're following the footsteps of a legacy or charting your own course, free credit evaluations help you get the most from your prior credits and military or work experience so you can finish your degree faster. ODU Global, education for where you are and for where you want to go. For your world. Apply now at online.odu.edu today.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here.
Good.
Pepsi Zero Sugar. Partial to pastrami, craving the Cubano. Yeah, sounds delicious, but boom! Add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Trust me, your boy's eaten a lot of sandwiches in his day, and the one thing I can say with absolute
10 seconds.
Every bite is better with Pepsi.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Halftime here at Chartway Arena. Old Dominion 38, Southern Miss 38. Let's have a look at the numbers from the first half. First from our visitors from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. One player in double figures, Andre Curbelo. He's got 10 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 personal fouls. 9 points for Kobe Montgomery, that three-point shooting threat. He's only shot threes. He's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, hence Coach Robinson's desire that the Monarchs play a little tighter on him. 8 points for Christian Watson, who's 2 for 5 shooting, 3 for 4 from the foul line, also has an assist. 8 points for D'Antoni Gordon. He's 4 for 6 shooting, 8 points and 5 rebounds. 3 points for Alfred Worrell Jr. He's 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. The Golden Eagles shooting 48% for the game, 53. They're 7 for 12 from beyond the arc, and 83, 5 for 6 from the free throw line. They've assisted on 8 of their 13 buckets. For the Monarchs of Old Dominion University, 2 players in double figures. Robert Davis Jr. after an off night Thursday, 12 points in the first half, 4 for 6 shooting. 11 points for Sean Dura-Gordon. He's also got 4 rebounds for Old Dominion. 6 points for R.J. Blakeney. He's 3 for 3 from the field. Also has 3 rebounds and 2 assists and no turnovers for the Monarchs. 3 points for Stephon Walker. He's yet to get a rebound, which is a surprise. He's the Monarchs' leader in that department. 2 points for Caden Diggs, a resounding flush. And Ben Nacy has a couple of free throws and 2 rebounds. Monarchs shooting 54% for the game. They're 2 for 8 from 3. That's 25%, and 10 for 14 from the foul line. They've assisted on 10 of their 13 made buckets, and they trail in the rebounding battle 16-13. But on the big board, we are tied at 38-38. It is halftime. Richie Somerville will look at the scoreboard when we continue on the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Clear.
For some, it's just a game. But you know it's more. It's knowing a team can do more than any one individual can do alone. We agree, and that's how we play. At Town Bank, we believe in partnering with you. We support your dreams, and we prove it every day by helping make dreams reality. Town Bank, and the Town family of companies, serving others.
You're next,
in
right,
rich
Richie?
lives. Member FDIC.
Yes.
Our goal is to
All right,
improve
good.
health every day. And when it comes to your health, the best defense starts with a strong offense. That's why Centera Health Plans provides quality care and coverage for individuals, families, and businesses of all sizes. Our members benefit from progressive plans and products, including access to virtual care, health and wellness programs, and even special discount programs. Centera Health Plans is the trade name of Centera Health Plans, Centera Health Insurance Company, Centera Health Administration Incorporated, and Centera Behavioral Health.
Atlantic Bay is all in for home ownership. They're also proud to be the official mortgage company of ODU Athletics. Your hometown lender loves helping Monarch alumni, the Hampton Roads community, and beyond. create strong financial futures with outstanding mortgage products, local market knowledge, and service that will keep you smiling from contract to the closing table. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, lending peace of mind since 1996. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, LLC, NMLS 72043, NMLSConsumerAccess.org is an equal opportunity lender.
Toyotathon is on, making now the perfect time to stop by your local Toyota dealer to check out all the great vehicles in Toyota's
This is
lineup,
interesting.
like the exciting new 25 Camry, stylish Corolla, or adventure-ready RAV4, all with great MPGs. Or hop in a rugged Tacoma or Tundra, ready for anything and everything you need to haul home for the holidays. Visit buyatoyota.com for local inventory, great deals, and more. But hurry, offers end January 6th. Toyota, let's go places.
This is Old Dominion basketball on the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Monarch Game Day Studios in Virginia Beach. I'm Richie Somerville. On the scoreboard, the Old Dominion women's basketball team looking for win number 11 on the year, looking to go 3-0 in the Sun Belt. Currently lead at ULM by a score of 68-62 with 23 seconds to go in the game. Bad news for Old Dominion, they have had a field goal in over 7 minutes, doing most of their work from the line here and trying to hold off the Warhawks, if you will. And they have no more timeouts left in this game, so we should be getting a result fairly soon here on that one. Now, for the Sun Belt men's basketball scoreboard, halftime, Marshall leads Troy 31-19. Arkansas State leads at James Madison 39-33. Finals, App State beat Texas State 72-61. Coastal Carolina over UL Monroe 70-51. And South Alabama beat Georgia Southern 76-47. Around the Commonwealth at halftime, Louisville leads UVA 32-27 at the half. Virginia Tech beat Miami today 86-85. William and Mary over Stony Brook 83-76. VCU beat Loyola Chicago 84-65. Richmond 72, UMass 64. Rhode Island beat George Mason 62-59. UMES and Norfolk State are underway. So are Winthrop and Radford. And Charleston Southern and Longwood play later tonight. At the half, Old Dominion 38, Southern Miss 38. Second half is next on the ODU Sports Radio Network.
This has been the Monarch Basketball Halftime Show. Stay tuned. Second half action is straight ahead on the ODU Sports Radio Network. Your flagship home for ODU basketball. WVSP-FM HD1 Yorktown. Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1.
Monarch Basketball on the ODU Sports Radio Network is presented by Team Monarch Partners. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, lending peace of mind since 1996. Cox Business, you have what it takes. And at Cox Business, we have the IT solutions to help manage it all.
You know what I like so far? One of my favorite
We're
stats.
more than a bank. We're where you belong. Centera, their mission is to improve health every day. Pepsi, that's what I like. And
Did you steal one of my blue pens?
ODU Global, education for your world.
I saw you using
10
one.
seconds.
I don't know.
Now let's go.
Is that your own?
5,
I believe so.
3, 2.
ODU Sports Radio Network.
38-38. Both teams gearing up for second half action. And a great stat handed to me by Dave Strickland. Southern Miss has played 5 guys that average 11 minutes or less per game. So they, without their leading scorers, Denaje Harris and Neftali Alvarez, are hanging in there, going deep on the bench. And it seems that this would be an opportunity for Old Dominion here today, especially when you've got Andre Curbelo with 3 fouls and Christian Reed with 4 for USM.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question, Ted. But sometimes, you know, when you have guys out sick or hurt, you know, there's a little bit of letdown by, in this case, might be the Monarchs, and the guys who finally are getting a chance to play,
raise their game.
They're up in their level.
Yep.
One of the things I think to keep an eye on, and you know, we talked about this briefly in the first half, is, you know, Cabello does so much complaining to the officials. You get into this part of the game, he's got 3 fouls. You know, he's a little volatile in the way he carries himself. You know, I don't think it's unreasonable to expect him to pick up another cheap foul here, which would be great for the Monarchs.
Well, I'm all for that.
Yes, we would contribute to the cheap foul fund.
All right, second half getting set to start. Monarchs will get the basketball first. They bring out Jaden Johnson, Sean Dura-Gordon, Caleb Swanton Roger, Stephon Walker, and Robert Davis Jr. They'll attack the bucket to our left with the gray uniforms. Old, the number of Dominion, in white outlined in Hudson blue. just the numbers on the bats with an ODU Crown logo patch above the number. And they've got the basketball first with Sean Duragord. Working against this zone, gets a screen from Jaden Johnson, drifts to the right-hand side, gets the ball back to Jaden. Jaden penetrates down the left-hand side, throws it up wildly, no good. Rebound comes down to USM. Running is Montgomery on the right-hand side, gets past Duragord and draws the foul before missing the layup. Not how you draw it up if you're Old Dominion.
Well, it was kind of a wild shot on Old Dominion's end, and then it was bad transition right away.
So Montgomery, Kobe, a 65% free throw shooter, has 9 points on 3 made threes. He was 3 for 3 in the first half. He'll step to the line for 2. First one is no good. A 6'4" grad student from Louisville, Kobe Montgomery. Second one is up and good. He's into double figures with 10, and it's 39-38 Southern Miss. Just starting the second half here at Chartway Arena in Norfolk. Wherever you may be today, thank you for joining us. Out doing chores, hanging around, watching Robert Davis Jr. catch in the right-hand corner and shoot and hit in the right corner. That's a two-pointer. He's got 14, and the Monarchs are in front 40-39.
And it's a good job by Robert Davis Jr. showing the ball, getting a little up fake, and finding space.
Here's Montgomery, and an offensive foul is called on Gordon. D'Antoni Gordon picks up his first. Illegal screen at the top of the circle. See if Stephon Walker can get going a little bit. Maybe something off the offensive glass to get him started.
Well, he scored right away early in the game, Ted, and then he picked up a couple of fouls. And one of the other issues is he doesn't have a rebound yet in this game.
Here's Robert Davis Jr. going baseline again. Downstairs he goes to Caleb Swanton-Roger. Up and in for Caleb, and it counts, and he's fouled. Nice feed downstairs to the 7-footer transfer from Maryland, and he'll look for the and one opportunity as the Monarchs lead at 42-39.
And Caleb did a good job of keeping the ball up, Ted, and he didn't bring it down where anybody could slap it away as he was trying to put it in the basket.
The free throw is good. So he is 1 for 2 from the line, has 5 points, and the Monarchs have their largest lead with 18:58 to play, 43-39 Old Dominion. Right side, it's Watson. One bounce to Crivello at the top. It's a screen. Takes it down the left-hand side, brings it back to Watson. Long straightaway three is good. Christian Watson, another three. He stepped a step back, got some space, and buried it.
But again, we continue to watch these guys, Ted. Run at them and make them dribble it.
Back and forth goes screwy passes, but Duragord saves it. Looking for help, goes right side. Stephon Walker downstairs. That's a bad pass, and the Monarchs are bailed out by a foul. That'll go against D'Antoni Gordon.
That was like a hot potato possession. Each guy that caught it was throwing a wilder pass than the guy who had it prior.
Non-shooting foul. Monarchs bring it in from baseline right. Jaden Johnson. Caruth, the man-to-man defense at this point, gets a screen from Swanton-Roger, takes it down the right-hand side, gives it to Stephon Walker, who lays it in.
And Jaden Johnson had 6 assists at the half, and he's probably got 1 or 2 already to start the second half.
45-42 Old Dominion, 18:05 to play here in Norfolk. And a whistle.
Well, Coach Ladner is clearly not going to waste, have timeouts left at the end. I think this is the 3rd timeout he's used so far.
Well, he's used that one, and we'll take it with him with 18:06 to play here in Norfolk. Old Dominion, after being tied with Southern Miss 38-38 the half, little 7-4 run to start things. They're on top 45-42. This is the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Looking for the perfect spot?
Clear.
Friends, and dig into some amazing food?
Ladies win 72-68.
72-68, thank you.
Pizza.
I sent it to your phone also.
Thank you.
Back and watch
then
the
I'll
game.
believe it.
They've got you covered. Don't miss out on Wednesday's 99-cent wings from 5 to 9 p.m. That's right, just 99 cents. Plus, with karaoke, trivia, and live music all week, there's always something fun happening at Chicho's, where the food is hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Visit one of Chicho's 9 locations today.
The ODU Monarchs know success starts with a relentless drive to be the best. Ford Motor Company believes this too, delivering a rare combination of power, performance, and smart tech. Ford F-Series is the truck America's hardest working men and women have come to trust, making it the best-selling truck 47 years straight. So whether you're at home or on the road, Ford F-150 is the preferred truck of the ODU Monarchs. Visit your Southern Virginia Ford dealer today, based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
At the Fish and Pig, they have the finest from land and sea. Savory smoked barbecue and flavorful fresh seafood. They have great food, great drinks, and always a great time. They're located at 119 West 25th Street in Norfolk, in the heart of the Railroad District. For all the details, go to fishandpig.norfolk.com. And remember, nobody parties like the pig.
Old Dominion basketball.
3, 2, 1.
Monarchs 45, Golden Eagles 42, 18:06 to play, and our second half start is brought to you by Centera. At Centera, we improve health every day by providing health plan members with quality, cost-effective health care. For cost and complete details of coverage, visit CenteraHealthPlans.com. What have you liked thus far in half number 2, Dennis Wolf?
Well, there's been a lot better job of penetration and getting the ball to the guys closer to the basket, and some good finishes by Stefan and Calum.
And
start the half.
Proof of that pudding, the Monarchs 3 for 3 this half, and they've got 3 assists on 3 big buckets. And that's how you draw it up.
And I, there's more energy to begin with, so hopefully they will carry over to this defensive possession.
Monarchs defending the goal to our right. Caruth, side court, will inbound, brings it into Corbello. Corbello a screen from Gordon and throws the ball away.
You know, and this is the issue, and I think this is one of the things that have plagued him since he was a freshman at Illinois. Extremely talented and really careless at times.
And he's having to carry the load today with Denaje Harris and Neftali Alvarez both not playing. They're the 2 leading scorers for Southern Miss coming in. So Corbello trying to do it all himself, and there a deflection out of bounds. Monarch basketball side court, 20 to shoot, leading 45-42. This is where you've got to step on the neck here if you're Old Dominion and make this a miserable experience for your visitors. Don't give them any hope.
And it looks like they've kind of changed the positioning.
Here's Jaden Johnson penetrating, brings it back to Duragordon, top of the circle. Now to Robert Davis Jr. Waves people off, goes into the right-hand corner to Sean. Sean dribbling against Watson's man-to-man defense, brings it outside. Jaden Johnson has 4 to shoot, gets to the elbows, takes the jumper from there, barely draws iron. Rebound is battled around. It's on the floor. Caruth comes up with for Southern Miss. Now to Watson. Watson into the front court. Almost loses the ball off his heel. Recovers. Chest pass to Corbello. He's at the top of the circle. Now he takes it down the right side. Alley-oop downstairs. No good. Stephon Walker just picked up his 3rd foul.
Then that was a good look by Corbello as Gordon rolled to the basket.
And it'll be D'Anthony Gordon going to the line for the first time today. He's a 58% free throw shooter. Went 3 for 3 in Harrisonburg on Thursday, and that lost to JMU. First one, good. 9 points. D'Anthony Gordon. He's also got 5 rebounds. Second free throw up and good for Gordon. He's into double figures with 10, and it's a 45-44 Old Dominion lead. 17-10 to play. Now back into that zone, the 1-3-1. Robert Davis Jr. Jumper, no good. Rebound, Duragordon. Back to Robert Davis Jr. on the left wing. Brings it back outside to Jaden Johnson. Johnson at the top of the circle. Head up, looping it down to Caleb Swanton-Roger on the right blocks. What's he going to do with it? He has the ball knocked out of his hands. It'll be Monarch basketball.
See, and that's a situation where he brought the ball down.
You got to make a decision and go up with it.
Well, he's got to either go up or kick it out quickly.
And then repost and get the ball back.
Yes.
Blakeney to trigger the play, baseline right. 20 to shoot for Old Dominion, leading by 1 here with 16:50 to play. Both teams 1-1 in the league. Both lost on Thursday. Blakeney, where's he going to go? Way outside to Jaden Johnson by the midcourt stripe. Watson picks him up there, and Jaden flies by him. Double pumping layup off glass. No! Calum can't put the putback in, but he's fouled on the way up.
But he had a good reaction getting in there, Ted, and you know, just didn't finish, I think, because he got hit on the arm.
Caruth will pick up his second personal foul, fourth already on the Golden Eagles. Monarchs have 2 here at the 16:44 mark, and Caleb Swanton-Roger goes to the line for 2. First one, no good. He's 1 for 3 from the line here today, gets one more. Trying to build on this 1-point lead. Monarchs trailed by as many as 7 in the first half. Second one, good. Their largest lead was 4. Came earlier this half. Now it's 2, 46-44. Caruth working the weave with Watson and Curbelo. Crosses over, gets some space all the way to the hole. Reverse layup, no. Nice rebound from Swanton-Roger. Quickly to Jaden Johnson on the right-hand side. Monarchs moving right to left with the gray uniforms. Old Dominion on the front, just numbers on the back. Johnson back to Caleb. Caleb tries to gather. He's tied up by Caruth, and that'll be Southern missed basketball off the jump.
And that's really not Caleb's fault there, Ted. Jaden put him in a bad spot. I think the best thing to do is have him kind of be set when you're hitting him. Having him roll that far, it's difficult.
He's also in fourth gear, cooking down the right lane, too, making the degree of difficulty a lot higher on that catch. Here's Watson on the right wing, guarded by Blakeney. One bounce to top of the circle to Curbelo. Curbelo behind his back, loses it in the lane, turns it over. Duragordon 2-on-1 with Blakeney. Sean Duragordon on the left side. Layup is no good. Too much mustard on it. Rolled off the front of the rim, and Southern missed it to the other end. Caruth quickly to Curbelo. Guarded by Blakeney. 15:50 to go. Monarchs by 2. Not anymore. Layup up and in for D'Antoni Gordon.
And Curbelo sees the floor well. He's very clever.
6 assists. Check it, 7 assists for Curbelo. And we're tied at 46 with 15.5 to go. That goes off Robert Davis Jr. and out of bounds off the Curbelo deflection, and that'll bring us to a timeout. 15:29 to go. I don't want to say it, but the Monarchs are again sailing into the Bermuda Triangle. Will they have battened down the hatches well enough to survive this and maybe even thrive? We'll find out when we return, tied at 46 on the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Not everyone.
Clear.
Mitch Library while directing a photo shoot and managing online bookings plus a website portfolio while simultaneously answering client calls after finding the perfect lighting and capturing the perfect expression. But you have what it takes. And at Cox Business, we have the IT solutions to help you manage it all. Visit coxbusiness.com for details. All services subject to Cox Business general terms.
Atlantic Orthopedic Specialists keep you moving and doing what you love. As the region's largest, most comprehensive orthopedic practice, they've been serving Hampton Roads for over 100 years. Multiple locations across Hampton Roads, 24 physicians, and 8 different specialties. Finding scoliosis, sports medicine, hand to shoulder, total joint replacement, foot and ankle, orthopedic oncology, pain management, physical therapy, and with their AOS Now walk-in clinics, no appointment is necessary. As leaders in orthopedic health, Atlantic Orthopedic Specialists is proud to be the team physicians for Old Dominion University.
Pizza just goes better with Pepsi Zero Sugar. But don't take our word for it. In fact, don't take any words for it. Crispy and cheesy, paired with delicious and refreshing. My mouth is watering already. Ooh, too hot. Yeah, we've all been there. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
All right, stand by. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
Network.
One of the problems that's been bugging Monarch fans and the team, I'm sure, throughout this 24-25 season is the fact that in the second half early they go into droughts. We call it the Bermuda Triangle because everything seems to be going wrong. Well, the Monarchs are 0 for their last 4. No field goals in the last 2:49. And they're tied at 46-46. Dennis, get us out of this mess.
Well, Ted, we're still way out in the Atlantic. We're nowhere near the Bermuda Triangle.
Okay.
What I think the Monarchs are going to have to do right here, though, is Southern Miss is showing zone, but I think what they're actually playing is like a soft matchup man-to-man. So it's going to probably be better for them if they ran some of their man stuff against it to get a little more movement now.
Monarchs will defend the bucket to our right with Blakeney, Dura Gordon, Swanton Roger, Davis Jr., and Jaden Johnson on the floor. Here comes Watson against RJ. Into the front court on the right, pushes him off. Gets the ball to Curbelo. Andre Curbelo, 10 points, 7 assists, and a wide open three. No good. Again, a great look, but he just couldn't hit it. Rebound, Old Dominion. We're tied at 46. 15 minutes to decide things here at Chartway Arena in Norfolk. Dura Gordon tries to go back to Jaden Johnson. Ball stolen by Curbelo, and he travels and goes and lays it in.
Well, the fans are calling for a walk, but I don't think we walked on that. But careless passing by the Monarchs on the perimeter.
Awful turnover, 48-46 Southern Miss, 14:47 to go. Dura Gordon and Jaden Johnson working the bucket to our left. Johnson, a screen from Swanton Roger, gets into the paint. Goes back to Davis Jr. He rises for a 16-footer. That's good. Robert Davis Jr. leads the Monarchs with 16 points, and he's just tied the game at 48 with 14 and a half to
And
go.
he's doing a much better job of drawing the defense and shooting those pull-ups in this game than he did Thursday night.
They're going to buy those fakes every single time. Here's Watson against Blakeney, now to Curbelo. Guarded by Jaden Johnson. Gets a screen, takes it down the left-hand side. Left hand off glass, tapped up and in there by the non-boxed out D'Antoni Gordon.
Well, that's the problem. When Kalen goes to block the shot, somebody's got to rotate over and help the helper.
50-48, Southern Miss. They beat Marshall, then lost to James Madison. They're 1-1 in the league. Monarchs won in overtime at ULM, then lost to Arkansas State on Thursday. They're also 1-1. Here's Johnson. That's good for the tie. Little elbow jump shot for his first points of the day.
And that's the shot he's most comfortable with, Ted, where he can get in the lane a little bit and use his body and go straight up.
Missed his first 5, made that one to tie the game at 50. 13:35 to go. Watson, one bounce to Curbelo. We've seen this movie before. Out comes Gordon for the screen. Sets the screen, rolls to the hole, and grabs the basketball in the paint. Good position, up and under move, puts it up with the left, no good. Swanton Roger, good defense right there after he thought he was going to get toasted, but not. Here's Johnson. No one leaves him. Goes to Blakeney, left-hand side, Davis Jr. Will he use the screen from Blakeney? Yes, he will. RJ rolls to the hole. Right-hand side, Jaden into the corner. Dura Gordon drives right baseline, loses footing, loses the basketball to Gordon.
The Monarchs continue to be careless, Ted, and shooting themselves in the foot on these possessions.
Curbelo now in a 50-50 ball game is fouled by R.J. Blakeney. That's his second. And it'll be the third on the team with 12:58 to go. 10-9 the lead for Southern Miss in the turnover department. Vitata Zigas in, Dura Gordon out. Jose Benitez in, and Watson out for Southern Miss.
And I think they're giving Curbelo a rest right now as well, Ted.
And he's sort of staggering toward the VOM. Doubled over in that area as Caruth is ready to inbound baseline right. Where will he go? Brings it into Gordon on the right wing. Brings it outside Montgomery. Now Benitez to run the attack. In front of the Monarch man-to-man. Now Swanton Roger has him. Will they send Gordon to the hole? He's been busy and effective. 10 to shoot for Southern Miss. Looping it down, high post right side, and there's a foul. And that's going to be a foul.
Yeah, that's kind of a ticky-tack foul there.
In a game which features so much contact, a foul like that against Jaden Johnson on the big fella seems a little ill-timed. 12:44 to go. Fourth team foul on the Monarchs. Golden Eagles also have 4 team fouls with 12:44, as I mentioned, to go. We're tied at 50. All right, Benitez looks to bring it in. Does to Worrell. Worrell puts his head down. Drives to the hoop. Layup. Good.
You know, and again, Robert Davis Jr.'s got to play better man-to-man defense there, Ted.
Worrell just had his way with the taller Davis Jr.
Well, 2 dribbles, and he's right to the rim.
Zigas back in the ball game, gets it to Davis Jr. Now to Swanton Roger, hands it back to Robert. Robert straight away. Long 3. No. Montgomery the rebound. Don't want to get impatient offensively. Down 52-50. Benitez gets past Swanton Roger. Left-hand wing. They go into the corner. Driving is Worrell, throws it up, no good, gets his own rebound. No, Gordon does, brings it back outside. Monarchs burned on the offensive glass. There's a 3 that's no good, and fouled shooting a 3 is Worrell. Let's see if he was actually inside the line. We'll wait for a look at the officials.
Foul charged for Monarchs number 10, Jaden Johnson. His second, team's 5th.
And we'll see if he was shooting a 3 or not. I believe
he was shooting a 3, Ted. They just showed it on our replay.
Second half adjustments brought to you by Bon Secours. Visit bonsecours.com to learn more. When we think about adjusting for the final 12:05 of this game, Dennis, what do you think?
Well, I think right now, on almost every facet of the game, the Monarchs need to tighten up. You know, they need to stop being so careless with the ball offensively, and they need to make sure defensively that they're just staying down and guarding their men.
Worrell, an 80% free throw shooter, didn't shoot any foul shots against James Madison. How many? 3?
Yeah, he was behind the line.
First one's good. He's got 6 points, and the lead is 3. Southern Miss led by as many as 7 in the first half. We went to intermission tied at 38. Now it's 53-50 Golden Eagles. Second foul shot is good. And he'll get one more. In the ball game comes Jeffrey Armstrong, a grad student out of Rainsville, Alabama. First foul shot attempts for Worrell since the second game of the season. Keep in mind, this is game 15. Third one is up and good. So he knows what he's doing. He's practicing those every day. And it's a 55-50 lead. Again, crunch time for the Monarchs. They're a little bit of a daze here. Awful pass. Picked off by Gordon. 1-on-2. Step through move. Layup. No good. Rebound. Batted around. Off Swanton Roger and out of bounds. And that'll bring us to a much-needed timeout. Monarchs need to get it together. I smell something rotten in the kitchen. We need to turn the burner off and throw it in the trash. 55-50. Golden Eagles lead Old Dominion. 11:52 to go on the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Come around to brighter.
Clear.
We've got the tools, technology, and people to help you reach your life goals. As a Chartway member, you'll not only get great rates on savings and auto and home loans, but flexible checking options too. And you'll also be supported by people who live and work right here in Hampton Roads. Get started now and unlock your possible. Find your time to shine today at chartway.com. Chartway Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility subject to verification.
Howard Hanna is an official real estate partner of ODU Athletics. Just like a football team needs a strong game plan, you need a reliable team to guide you through the home buying process. With Howard Hanna's Buy and Borrow Bundle, they've got your back every step of the way. Their agents are there to help you navigate the field, save time and money, and help you score that winning touchdown, a new home. As the market leaders, buyers and sellers trust Howard Hanna to be their home team. Visit howardhanna.com/Go Monarchs today.
Toyotathon is on, making now the perfect time to stop by your local Toyota dealer to check out all the great vehicles in Toyota's lineup, like the exciting new 25 Camry, stylish Corolla, or adventure-ready RAV4, all with great MPGs. Or hop in a rugged Tacoma or Tundra, ready for anything and everything you need to haul home for the holidays. Visit buyatoyota.com for local inventory, great deals, and offers end January 6th. Toyota, let's go places.
5, 4, 3.
Sports Radio Network.
Back here at Chartway Arena, Ted Alexander, Dennis Wolf, Dave Strickland courtside, Richie Somerville in our Monarch Game Day studio. Sun Belt Conference Saturday, and Southern Miss has opened up a 55-50 lead here with 11:52 to go. We've just been handed stats, and the Monarchs have, I believe, twice as many. They've got 10 turnovers now. They had 5 at the half. So in the first 8 minutes of this second half, 5 more turnovers.
They've been very careless with the ball. My thought process right now, Ted, is in every area the Monarchs need to toughen up. They need to be stronger with the ball,
grabbing the ball, too.
more connected defensively, and they have to be more aggressive and better passes and catches.
Benitez has the basketball for Southern Miss, trying to build on a 5-point lead. They led by as many as 7 in the first half. Here's Benitez to the left block, brings it outside. Gordon fakes the 3, travels, goes to Caruth for a right wing 3. That one's no good. Rebound comes down to Worrell, and his double pumping layup is blocked by Blakeney. Caleb Swanton Roger, the rebound. Here comes Jaden Johnson. Fans want to have something to cheer about. Let's see if the Monarchs can give it to him. Here's Walker for 3. That's not the idea. Swanton Roger, the rebound. Back to Robert Davis. Down low. Stephon Walker, layup, good.
And a good pass by Robert Davis. Not the shot that I think anyone would think Stephon should take that early in a possession.
Third assist for Robert Davis Jr. brings the Monarchs to within 55-52. And they are losing the basketball as Benitez, but he gathers it, swatted out of his hands, and a jump ball, and it'll go this way.
Great
Good
hustle by RJ. That's the type of effort that the Monarchs are going to need from everybody the rest of the half.
His teammates congratulating him as the Monarchs will inbound from right in front of us. 11:03 to go, 55-52. How about a little Monarch run with Blakeney and Johnson and Walker and Swanton Roger and Davis Jr. on the floor?
And Southern Miss comes back with Cabello and Watson. They were able to give them a 2 or 3 minute rest right here.
Cabello playing with 3 fouls. Reed has 4 for Southern Miss. Walker has 3 for Old Dominion. Here's Davis Jr. on the right wing in front of the Monarch bench. Brings it to Johnson. Now left side to R.J. Blakeney. Blakeney looking for help. Goes to Swanton Roger. Low blocks left-hand side. Guarded by Gordon. Puts it on the deck a couple times, then goes to Johnson. Johnson probing on the left-hand side. Brings it back to Blakeney. Blakeney fakes the 3. 3 to shoot. Turns, fires a 16-footer. In and out, no good. Rebound battled around, and it comes down to Southern Miss. Watson in the corner.
Not a good possession, Ted, and I still think they'd be best running their man-to-man stuff against that little matchup zone or whatever they're playing.
Watson, guarded by Blakeney, deep on the right wing. Top of the circle, he goes to Curbelo. He's picked up by Johnson. Down the left-hand side goes Curbelo, and he loses the ball out of bounds. 12th turnover for Southern Miss. 10-10 wins to go, 55-52. Southern Miss.
And I think this is what hastened his exit at the higher level, Ted. For every good play he makes, he ends up making a ill-advised play.
And we've got a technical that's going to go against Curbelo.
Yeah, and now that's his,
And that's his 4th personal foul.
Right.
You know, what's that going to do?
Well, you can almost,
if you're Curbelo.
If you watch his body language, Ted, you can almost predict that this was going to happen. You know, it's on the Southern Miss coaches to get him reined in here, else he's going to be out for the rest of this game.
Monarchs from the foul line today, 12 for 17. Southern Miss, 11 for 13. And Robert Davis Jr. will go to the line for 2. First one's good. He's got 17. 11 for Sean Duragordon, none in the second half. 7 for Stephon Walker, 6 for Caleb Swanton Roger, 6 for R.J. Blakeney, 2 for Jaden Johnson, 2 for Caden Diggs, 2 for Ben Nacy. Second one is good.
You know, and that's the type of thing that we said coming out at halftime when he talked to them so much in the first half and they gave him a little bit of rope. You know, they're not giving it to him now.
You brought that up at halftime, Dennis. Well done. All right, halfway through the second half, Curbelo out. In will come Benitez. And the Monarchs are within 1 at 55-54. Inbounds to Davis Jr. in the right-hand corner. Brings it back outside to Johnson. Chest pass to Blakeney on the left side. Back to Jaden. Guarded by Benitez in this funky Southern Miss matchup thing. Back to Johnson with 10 to shoot. Out comes Caleb Swanton Roger to set a screen. He rolls to the hoop. Jaden can't get the ball to him. No, he goes to Blakeney. Blakeney tries to get some forward progress, and he's fouled by Caruth. Aggressive play from RJ right there, saying, hey, the shot clock's bleeding. I got to get something done.
Yes, but, you know, there's too much standing around by the Monarchs, Ted. They need to get some movement. You know, they end up having to try to drive a gap as the shot clock is winding down.
16 foul against Southern Miss. Monarchs inbounded to Johnson between the circles, guarded by Benitez. Jaden down the left-hand side, double pumping layup, no good. Got creamed underneath there. We've got another jump ball called, and this one's going to go to Southern Miss as Johnson, and I believe it's Gordon, crumbled on the left side of the bucket. D'Anthony Gordon has a solid ball game going with 14.7 rebounds for Southern Miss, and he and Jaden Johnson went down in a heap, no whistle.
And he's been a very active defender as well for them, Ted.
Getting up gingerly. Meanwhile, Jaden Johnson is built like a brick house. And he stays in the ballgame as the Monarchs go to full court pressure. Again, Caleb Swanton Roger playing with the mask because of the nose crunch he took on Thursday against Arkansas State. No Devin Caesar, foot issues. And the Golden Eagles are playing without their top 2 scorers. Inbounds comes to Montgomery, who hit 3 threes in the first half. Now to Worrell. Alfred Worrell has 8 points. 5 this half. Now Benitez with the basketball against Jaden Johnson, who's picked up 2 fouls since halftime. Now Montgomery with 15 to shoot. Worrell left side Benitez. Benitez gets a screen, gets himself to the top of the circle, and we got a whistle. We've got a foul downstairs. against Jaden Johnson, and I believe that'll be his third.
Yeah, and that's going to put us in a dangerous area if he were to get his fourth.
Each team with 16 fouls. There will not be a shooting foul. Watson to inbound, baseline left. Brings it into Reed, who's playing with 4 fouls. Benitez finds Watson. Watson straight down the middle. Bottled up by Blakeney and Swanton Roger. The Monarchs come away with the basketball.
There easily could have been a foul called there, Ted, the way these guys have been calling it here.
9 minutes to go. Johnson wheeling and dealing to Blakeney into the corner. Wide open 3 for Walker. That's no good. Line drive shot had no chance. And one and done rebound for Watson. Watson, nobody's stopping him. He's going coast to coast. Gets all the way, and he's blocked by Swanton Roger. Well, nobody playing defense, and a bad shot at the other end.
You can't start to pick the ball up, Ted, at the inside the lane.
Blakeney picks up his third foul. Yeah, that's awful defense.
And and I'm not trying to knock on Stefan, but he's open for a reason. He doesn't need to take those threes just because they're encouraging him to.
First foul shot, no good from Watson. He'll try again. 2 for 22 from 3 is Stephon Walker. And again, we talk about this all the time. Well, I was wide open, says the player. The coach says there's a reason for that.
Well, and I think we said in the pregame, Ted, it was important for the Monarchs to have the right guys taking the right shots.
Next foul shot, no good, as Christian Watson goes 0 for 2 from the line. With 8:43 to go, it's a 55-54 Southern Miss lead. Monarchs have not had a field goal in a long time. Duragordon can't get that offensive rebound. Needs help. It'll go to Southern Miss. The fans don't like that one off the quick shot. Meanwhile, a scoring drought of 3.5 minutes for Southern Miss. They led at 55-50. Now it's 55-54.
The Monarchs are in the bonus. You'd love to see them continue to put pressure on them by going to the basket.
Jaden Johnson out. Caden Diggs in. Robert Davis Jr. goes to the point for Old Dominion. Now they're playing full court pressure defense. Inbounds. Curbelo back in the ballgame. Gets the handoff down the right-hand side. And he slows things up with 8.5 to go. His team up by 1. Now he spins in the lane, loses the basketball, but it comes directly to Gordon. Gordon drives, and he's going to run into a blocking foul from R.J. Blake. Make sure, yep, that's on R.J., and that'll be his 4th. And Gordon will go to the line. For today, he is 2 for 2. Davis Jr., Diggs, Duragordon, Blakeney, and Swanton Roger on the floor with Stephon Walker off the Monarch bench coming in for R.J. Blakeney.
And you'd like to see Caden be very active here in the minutes he's given. He's got fresh legs.
First of the 1-and-1, no good. Rebound for Stephon Walker.
And the third straight miss by Southern Miss to really aid the Monarch cause here.
Over 3.5 minutes without a point. Can the Monarchs take advantage? Here's Duragordon. Top of the circle. Davis Jr. into the corner. Walker goes to Duragordon. Wide open wing 3. In and out, no good. Swanton Roger there, though, to put it back. And the Monarchs are in front 56-55.
And a good job. Kept the ball up, went right up with it.
7:55 to play at Chartway Arena. Monarchs by 1. Trailed by 7 in the first half, 5 in the second half. Now they've got a 1-point advantage. Worrell, chest pass to Curbelo at the top. Down the left-hand side, he goes, picks up the dribble at the elbow, scoops, throws the ball away, but it's saved into the right-hand corner. Watson has it, but his foot was on the line. Turnover, Southern Miss. Possession, Old Dominion. Timeout here in Norfolk. 7:34 to play. Monarchs getting the crowd into things, playing a little defense for Southern Miss is, well, being Southern Miss. 56-55 ODU on the ODU Sports Radio Network. At Centera,
clear
health every day. And when it comes to your health, the best defense starts with a strong offense. That's why Centera Health Plans provides quality care and coverage for individuals, families, and businesses of all sizes. Our members benefit from progressive plans and products, including access to virtual care,
health and
Personal.
wellness programs, and even special discount programs. Centera Health Plans is the trade name of Centera Health Plans, Centera Health Insurance Company, Centera Health Administration Incorporated, and Centera Behavioral Health.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Lifetime oil changes. That's how you win at Checkered Flag, where you always get the winner's edge with every new Toyota, Honda,
I'm going to ask you about your
Genesis,
food
and
for thought.
Volkswagen. Lifetime oil changes
And I'm
and
gonna
state
answer.
inspections. Lifetime
Scoring drought
emergency
of
towing,
4.5
a 3-day
for
money
Southern
back
Miss.
guarantee, and a seamless one-person, one
A
price,
6-0 run.
1 hour buying experience that puts you in the driver's seat. The winner's edge, only at Checkered Flag, where winners buy.
Come around to brighter days with Chartway Credit Union. We've got the tools, technology, and people to help you reach your life goals. As a Chartway member, you'll not only get great rates on savings and auto and home loans, but flexible checking options too. And you'll also be supported by people who live and work right here in Hampton Roads. Get started now and unlock your possible. Find your time to shine today at Chartway.com. Chartway Credit Union.
10 seconds.
Limited eligibility subject to verification.
This is Old Dominion basketball.
3, 2,
56-55, Old Dominion leads Southern Miss, 7:34 to go. Time for our Food for Thought, presented by Food Lion. Dennis Wolf, feed me.
Well, Southern Miss has been in a drought now. Part of it is they've gotten to the foul line and they've missed either 3 or 4 consecutive free throws. And Corbello has let his emotions get the better of him, so he's been making some wild, undisciplined plays that have led to turnovers.
Just announcing that the ODU women's team, as Richie Somerville told us, defeated ULM on the road, 72-68. Looking forward to chatting it up with Felicia Milton-Jones at the Keeping Up with the Joneses Coaches Show. Water's Edge Winery, Hampton Boulevard in Norfolk, Monday night, 6 o'clock. If you can't make it to join us, we'll have the broadcast at 7 right here. All right, Jaden Johnson with a 1-point lead moves it into the front court with a pass to Sean Duragordon. One bounce back to Jaden. He drifts to the right side in front of head coach Mike Jones. Dribbles out of there. A lot of dribbling. Goes to right-hand side to Robert Davis Jr. Back to Jaden. 13 to shoot for Old Dominion. Looping it down to Caleb Swanton-Roger. He's on the right block, guarded by Gordon. Puts it on the deck with the left hand. Jump hook with the right. No, but he's fouled. Gordon will pick up his 3rd personal foul.
You know, and anytime you slap down on it when a guy's going into any type of shot like that, you're going to get called for a foul.
Caleb Swanton-Roger, 8 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 shots right now. 2 for 4 from the line here this afternoon. First one up and good. Can't be easy playing hoops with a mask on.
No,
He's got the mask sort of like this.
Yeah, it's very hard. You often see guys do this and they get so frustrated they end up taking it off halfway through the game.
Reminds me of the Rip Hamilton mask.
Yeah.
2 for 2 goes Caleb Swanton-Roger. And the Monarchs have a 58-55 lead with 7:05 to go. Christian Watson brings the ball into the front court, hands it off to Caruth. This is Brewer-Caruth between the circles, guarded by Duragordon. Hands the ball back to Andre Curbelo. He's picked up by Johnson. Curbelo drifts to the left elbow, picks up the dribble right there, spins on the pivot foot into the corner to Caruth. Low blocks to Gordon, guarded by Caleb Swanton-Roger. Turns on him, gets past him easily, reverse layup, good, and he's fouled. Too much athleticism right there.
Well, Caleb just didn't react quick enough. As soon as he faced him, he went right by him.
58-57 Old Dominion. And D'Antoni Gordon, or D'Antoni, excuse me, will go to the line. Missed his last time, front end of a 1-and-1. He'll try this time to tie the ball game with 6:43 to go. Free throw is good, and we've got a fresh ball game. Tied at 58. Johnson into the front court. They try and trap him there. Almost gets the ball into the backcourt, but no, he saves it. Duragordon now back to Jaden. Right-hand side, Robert Davis Jr. Skip pass. Alley-oop, Duragordon. Layup, good. Oh! Thought it was a skip to the corner, but Sean said, no, I'll catch it on the left block and lay it in.
And a very good catch and a good pass by Robert Davis Jr.
First points of the second half for Duragordon, and the Monarchs are back in front 60-58 with 13 to play. Curbelo, top of the circle. High post, left-hand side. Gordon runs into a double team, loses the basketball to Duragordon. Excellent double team from Jaden Johnson and John Duragordon. Under 6 to play. Monarchs by 1 here at Chartway Arena in Norfolk. Trying to get to 2-1 in Sun Belt Conference play before going on the road for a pair next week. Davis, snap pass, foul line, off Duragordon's hand, stolen by Caruth. Caruth gets the ball to Curbelo, now to Watts on the right side. His layup is no good. Gets his own rebound on the left side, puts it up, no good. Rebound Stephon Walker of Old Dominion.
You know, and Southern Miss had no one else on the glass. They would have had an opportunity for a foul there.
Easily. Monarchs getting a little sloppy with the passes over this zone into the corner. This is Walker. Won't shoot the three from there. Brings it back to Johnson. 15 to shoot, 5:20 to play. Johnson, the top of the circle. Picks it up. Goes to Duragordon. His left wing three. No good. Rebound. Swanton Roger. But they tie him up. It'll be a jump ball or a foul.
It's a foul.
That's going to be shots for Caleb Swanton Roger. Caruth picks up his 4th now. And Caleb Swanton Roger goes to the line with his team on top, 60 to 58, 5:12 to go. This a 1-1?
It is a 1-1.
Monarchs 16 for 21 from the foul line. First one, no good. Rebound, back tap, comes to Duragordon. His hustle gets the Monarchs another possession.
Curbelo was too busy talking to the scorers table as opposed to being in position to run the rebound down.
Exactly. It's like that Chicago Bear when the Commanders got the Hail Mary. Into the right-hand corner. Johnson has it right there. Fakes the three. 3 to shoot. Going to step and take a long three. Barely draws iron. And the ball is saved by Southern Miss. They get it to Curbelo, who's leading a 3-on-2 break. Straight down the middle he goes. The layup is good. No, stop ball on that one. He's got 14, and we're tied at 60 with 4:41 to go.
You know, the defensive principles, you know, Robert Davis Jr. is running back and fanning out to a guy in the wing. Somebody has to stop the ball.
See if it's a 30-second timeout or a full timeout. We can tell you if this game has seemed to be a tight one, you're absolutely right. 10 ties, 10 lead changes, and we're tied now with 4:41 to go. Monarchs shooting 46%, Southern Miss 45%. Old Dominion just 2 for 16 from 3. That's 13%. Meanwhile, the Golden Eagles are 8 for 15.
You know, and I don't know if it's going to be a factor at the end of the game or not, but now Southern Miss has 1 timeout left. And there's 4.5 minutes to go.
Turnover is one of the stories here today. The Monarchs have scored 15 points off 15 Golden Eagle turnovers. ODU's coughed it up 11 times for 7 Southern Miss points. Leading scorers, 18 for Robert Davis Jr., 13 for Sean Duragordon, 10 for Caleb Swanton Roger. Monarchs with the basketball in a 60-60 ball game, 4:35 to play. Duragordon and Johnson are at the top of this zone pursuing offense. One bounce to the foul line to Walker. Right-hand side, Robert Davis drives right baseline, gets it to Caleb Swanton Roger, goes up, and he's going to draw the foul. Looked like a lot of ball right there. Davis Jr. drives baseline, then drives and dishes, close quarters. Caleb having trouble coming up with the ball cleanly. That kept him from slamming it home. Second personal foul on Watson. And it'll be 2 shots this time for Caleb Swanton Roger.
Yeah, and free throw shooting is going to be key for both teams down the stretch here, Ted.
He makes the first to get to 11 points. Career high is 12. 61-60 Old Dominion, 4:22 to play. Second one up. Good. So he's matched his career high, and the Monarchs have a 2-point lead. Andre Curbelo into the front court. Gets a screen from Gordon, who rolls to the hole. Gets up in the air to Curbelo to the wide open Watson, left 3. Good. Christian Watson wide open for 3, and he hits it.
You know, and Curbelo had nowhere to go. We froze on the weak side and staring at the ball and lost track of him.
63-62, USM, 3:51 to play. Robert Davis isn't going to shoot over Watson. Now he will shoot over Watson. That's way off the mark. Rebound comes down to Stephon Walker out to Jaden Johnson. 9 to shoot. Johnson going to work. Stops at the elbow. Fires and hits. Jaden Johnson's second field goal of the half puts the Monarchs back in front. 64-63, 3.5 to go. Curbelo into the front court. Monarchs need to tighten up defensively. Watson back to Curbelo against the 7-footer.
Well,
Where's the mismatch?
They've switched. You have a mismatch.
Curbelo into the corner. Caruth for 3. No good. Offside rebound. Tapped up. No good. Who's going to get to the ball? Caleb Swanton. Roger does.
Yeah, and Caruth hasn't been close on any of his outside shots. I think any skip to him, they don't have to close out too much.
Under 3 to play. Dura Gordon eschews the 3. Drives baseline. Layup. No good. Put back. It's good. Stephon Walker. And it's 66-63, Old Dominion, 2:43 to play. Offensive rebounding, something the Monarchs have counted on for their successes here this season. It works there, thanks to Stephon Walker. Chant of defense from the fans here at Chartway. 5,000 plus. Curbelo burrows, runs into a brick wall, fades, fires, misses, but there's Montgomery. His putback is no good, but he's fouled.
You know, and that's a play. We have to come up with that rebound there, Ted. I don't know how he got in there around Robert Davis Jr. on that play.
Timeout on the floor. Final media timeout of the contest. 2:23 to play. Old Dominion 66, Southern Miss 63. Golden Eagles to the free throw line. And we continue on the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Atlantic Bay is all clear ownership. They're also proud to be the official mortgage company of ODU Athletics. Your hometown lender loves helping Monarch alumni, the Hampton Roads community, and beyond. Create strong financial futures with outstanding mortgage products, local market knowledge, and service that will keep you smiling from contract to the closing table. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, lending peace of mind since 1996. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, LLC, NMLS 72043, and NMLSConsumerAccess.org is an equal opportunity lender.
Welcome aboard. Adventure Tours, they are proud to take you where you need to go. Adventure Tours has the right coach for any occasion, whether the event is a church outing, corporate business excursion, wedding, or school function. Adventure Tours can provide coaches ranging from 21 to 81 passengers, as well as premier business seating coaches, and their sleeper coaches accommodate up to 26 people. All of their clean, well-maintained coaches are ready for any occasion. Call Venture today for your motor coach transportation needs. 757-494-1480.
At ODU Global, the journey toward your degree is as unique as you are. Whether it's day one or a do-over, whether you're following the footsteps of a legacy or charting your own course, free credit evaluations help you get the most from your prior credits and military or work experience so you can finish your degree faster. ODU Global, education for where you are and for where you want to go. For your world. Apply now at online.odu.edu today.
10 seconds. ODU basketball. WVSP FM HD. 5, 4, 3, 2, 4.1.
Monarch basketball presented in part by Team Monarch partner Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group. Atlantic Bay is all in for your home loan needs. Call today. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, lending peace of mind since 1996. 2:23 to go. In terms of timeouts, the Monarchs have 3 left. As Dennis mentioned earlier, Southern Miss has 1 left. Both teams in the next foul will be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way. Possession arrow favors Old Dominion. But right now, we come back with Kobe Montgomery to the line, where he is 1 for 2.
And this is a possession game now, Ted, and you have to do the right thing on both ends.
First foul shot, swish.
So if you get a stop, you have to clear your defensive board. On offense, you got to get a good shot, or you got to try to get to the rim and get fouled.
Southern Miss with a 31-29 rebounding advantage. Second foul shot from Montgomery is in the air. And out, no good. Rebound Stephon Walker. So it's a 66-64 Old Dominion lead. 2:17 to play in Norfolk. Johnson into the front court. Picked up by Gordon. Goes downstairs to Walker. Walker, layup, go!
And a good look diagonally. Good catch and finish by Stephon.
Strong catch right there. Had to use the body and the arms to make the catch and give the Monarchs a 68-64 lead with 2:08 to go. Now, who calls the timeout there?
That timeout was called by the Monarchs.
Okay, thank you. Points in the paint. Old Dominion 30-22 here tonight. The rebounding battle is 31-30 for Southern Miss.
You know,
Monarchs is 2 for 17. Keep that in mind. When you start abandoning ship and jacking up threes, that's not the Monarchs' forte. They're 2 for 17 tonight after going 4 for 24 Thursday.
Well, and this is the most important defensive possession of the game, Ted. If you can get a stop, come down under 2 minutes with a 4-point lead, you put yourself in good position to win the game.
All right, Montgomery and Curbelo on the floor with Gordon and Watson and Christian Reed. Meanwhile, the Monarchs have Robert Davis Jr., R.J. Blakely, Sean Duragordon, Stephon Walker, and Caleb Swanton-Roger defending the goal to our right. Chant of defense as Curbelo has it in the right-hand corner, guarded man-to-man by Blakely. Puts his shoulder down. Now he's backed out. Loops it out to Montgomery. 18 to shoot. Curbelo has the basketball now at the top of the circle. Gets a screen. Goes between his legs. Step back. Long three. Short. No good. Rebound. Back tap. Out of bounds by Southern Miss.
Good defense by RJ.
He's played a much better game tonight than he did Thursday. And the Monarchs need all of their players, especially the experienced one, playing well to have a chance to win. 68-64 Monarchs, the chant of ODU from the 5,000 fans. 5,089 here today. Johnson on the right wing, guarded by Curbelo. Now to Duragordon. Picked up by Montgomery. Gets into the left-hand corner, brings it back to Walker. Walker, right-hand wing to Robert Davis Jr. Takes Gordon to the hole. Pass blocked. And here comes Curbelo, 1-on-2. Curbelo goes to the right side, layup. Blocked off the backboard by Walker. Count the goal with 1:20 to play. It's 68-66 Old Dominion.
You know, sometimes the Monarchs just can't help themselves, Ted. You know, still plenty of time to move the ball around there. You know, I like to see Robert Davis Jr. going to the basket, but probably a kick out would have been the right move on that play.
1:15 to play, Old Dominion by 2. Duragordon and Johnson play catch. Now Jaden drifts to the right-hand wing. Curbelo in front of him. Now to the center. Left-hand side, Duragordon. Duragordon takes Montgomery to the left blocks. Bodies him there. Has the shot blocked by Reed.
Wow.
Wow, what a play by Christian Reed with 4 fouls. Just gobbled up that shot, which I will admit was as predictable as the fact that tomorrow's Sunday.
Well, and now the Southern Miss is shooting 2 on everything now.
And Caleb Swanton-Rogers picked up his 4th personal foul. Reed will go to the line, a 44% free throw shooter. And these are his first free throws in many a moon. He'll get 2, though, to try and tie the game. Freshman from North Miami Beach, Florida. First one. Oh, that's a brick. No good.
You know, and the Monarchs have been fortunate that Southern Miss has shot free throws as poorly as they have.
8 for 14 this half. Reed, 4 for 10 from the foul line this year. Second one is up. That's no good. But a foul is going to be called on who?
Swanton-Roger.
And that's going to be it for Caleb Swanton-Roger. The ball on the floor again off a missed free throw.
Well, you have to give Southern Miss credit, Ted. They all kept working and going after the ball.
Watson, a great job with the box out. And it's going to be more free throws for Southern Miss with 58.6 seconds to go. Monarchs 68, Golden Eagles 66. Don't forget the Keeping Up with the Joneses Coaches Show for men's and women's basketball is Monday night, 6 o'clock. Water's Edge Winery, Hampton Boulevard here in Norfolk. I'll be joined by Mike Jones, Delisha Milton-Jones. We'll be talking ODU men's and women's hoops. 6 o'clock at Water's Edge Winery, Hampton Boulevard in Norfolk. If you can hear it, it's 7 o'clock Monday night right here on the ODU Sports Radio Network. All right, both teams huddled around their coaches. Dennis, what are you talking about?
Well, again, Southern Miss is talking about taking their time and making the free throws. You know, I know Coach Jones was asking for a look like a hook and hold on that. On the replay, it didn't appear that was going to be the way the call went. It's about getting the best shot you can get. You don't want to take a forced shot. You want to be able to get to the rim
Monarchs with 2 timeouts remaining. Southern Miss with 1. Possession arrow favors Old Dominion. Both teams will be shooting 2 free throws with every foul. And Under Armour is proud to outfit Old Dominion University basketball in the world's most innovative footwear, uniforms, and training gear. Visit UA.com today to see Under Armour's full range of performance gear and footwear. Monarch basketball postgame show will follow our game here today. We'll hear from head coach Mike Jones. We'll run down the stats. Richie Somerville will look at the scoreboard, get you our play of the game, and get you set up for a road trip to Louisiana and South Alabama. That's all coming up with the Monarch basketball postgame show at the end of our broadcast here today. But still, lots of party left in this room. 58.6 seconds to play, 68-66 Old Dominion. Southern Miss headed to the free throw line as our officials gather and have a chat. What do you think they're chatting about?
I don't know. Well, this guy's going to tell us right now. He's going to tell us it's nothing.
What was that all about?
Well,
he said we don't have anything.
Well, they were arguing for ODU was arguing for a hook and hold, and it was clearly just a push on Caleb.
All right. So Caleb Swanton-Roger has fouled out of the ballgame with 12 points and 8 rebounds. Watson will go to the line. He's 3 for 6 today, 28 for 40 this season. He's got a chance to tie this basketball game if he can make both. Remember, they just missed 2, and the Monarchs butchered the rebound. See what happens this time with the noise at Chartway Arena. First one is good.
Well, they've missed 5 or 6 here, Ted, in the last 6 or 7 minutes.
He's got 15 now. He led them in scoring in their first couple of ball games. This to tie the ball game with just under a minute to go. Got it. 68-68, 58 seconds to play. Johnson, Blakeney, Walker, Davis Jr., and Duragordon on the floor for Mike Jones. Everybody standing here at Chartway Arena. Back and forth they go on the perimeter. Now Johnson, top of the circle, goes to the left-hand side, between his legs, to the foul line, down the right side, throws it up, yeah! And he's fouled! Jake Johnson, a running right-hander goes, and he's fouled with 36 seconds to go. 70-68 Old Dominion, free throw pending.
True to form, Jaden Johnson makes a strong play, goes up through contact, and he can give the Monarchs a 3-point lead here with a make.
This is his first free throw of the game. He's got 6 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists. 9 assists ties his career high, the freshman from Waldorf. 58% free throw shooter, 24 for 41 in his college career. Who went 5 for 5 Thursday against Arkansas State. And now he has the end one opportunity. Good. 71-68 Monarchs. 2-1 in Sun Belt Conference play. And the the game clock had started when they did the roly-poly thing. And the idea of doing the roly-poly thing is that the clock doesn't start until you touch it. So they're going to put it back at, 36.1. That's what they've done quickly. Well done. Not easy on the clock, crew. Crunch time. Kobe Montgomery. Remember, he's a 3-point sharpshooter.
Well,
3 for 4 from 3 down.
And the Monarchs don't want to foul on this possession in any way.
All right. Curbelo gets the ball to Watson. Deep on the right wing, guarded by Blakeney, man-to-man. One bounce to Curbelo at the top. 26 seconds to go. Monarchs by 3. Curbelo takes it down the left-hand side against Johnson. Burrows to the block, throws it up. No whistle. A great defensive play. Robert Davis Jr. comes up with the basketball, and he's fouled by Montgomery with 17.7 to go. Jaden Johnson with the and one at one end, and great defense against Curbelo at the other.
Well, and this is where it was good defense, Ted. But again, Curbelo's mindset, and he's behind the backboard. He's just throwing the ball up. It was not as good an attempt as I'm sure Southern Miss would have liked to have had, but very good for the Monarchs.
Monarchs headed to the free throw line with Robert Davis Jr. He'll get 2 to try and make it a 2-possession ball game with 17.7 seconds to go. ODU Athletic Seats for Service Members program is presented by Diamonds Direct. It's aimed to offer Monarch fans a unique opportunity to give back. The Diamonds Direct Seats for Service Members program supports military members throughout the Hampton Roads community by sponsoring tickets to ODU athletic events. Every donation of $10 ensures that a seat is made available to local military groups. Join us in expressing gratitude to those who serve our community each and every day with our Diamonds Direct Seats for Service Members program. All right, Dennis, you've got Robert Davis Jr. going to the line. He's the guy you want there.
And he can give the Monarchs a 5-point lead with 17 seconds to go, Ted. It might be very hard for Southern Miss to overcome.
He'll get 2 shots guaranteed because it's the double bonus for Old Dominion. Davis today is 4 for 4 from the foul line. He's got 18 points.
No.
And the Monarchs are trying to get a W here.
And I don't think a foul
was called.
was
a timeout called in the corner?
Timeout was called before the foul.
My fault. I apologize. That's the Monarchs' final timeout. That's a huge play right there.
Yes.
My fault. So Monarchs basketball, 17.7 to go, 71-68. Now you want to get it into Robert Davis Jr., so they'll foul him again. No timeouts for the Monarchs. Who's going to work to the ball? It's Duragord. They hammer him, and the foul is finally called. 16.3 to go.
And Sean has been a clutch free throw shooter at the end of these games so far this year, so hopefully he can go to the line and knock these down.
84% coming in. Today he's 5 for 7 from the line. Missed his last, well, he's 5 for 7. Made his last 2, missed the 2 before that. But a very reliable foul shooter, Sean Duragord. 16.3 seconds on the clock. Possession arrow still favors Old Dominion. Monarchs out of timeouts. Southern Miss has 1. Duragord with no Monarchs on the lane. We'll get 2. We'll let the crowd tell you what happens. Yeah, missed it off the back iron. He'll get 1 more.
And we need 1 to make it a 2-possession game here, Ted.
One more for Duragord. None of his teammates on the foul line. Good. He makes 1 of 2. It's 72-68. 14 seconds to go. Curbelo into the front court. He's going to jack something up here soon. He's got to. Down low. Layup up and no good with 6 seconds to go. And Caruth fouls Duragord, who came away with the board with 5.3 seconds to go. And they went for the quick 2, and the layup did not go.
Well, it was a very good pass by Curbelo, and Montgomery missed the layup. Robert Davis Jr. was lucky. He kind of got caught ball watching.
Caruth quickly in. He's going to foul out, and it'll be Duragord back at the line where he just went 1 for 2. 5.3 seconds to go. Barring something screwy happen, and we've seen screwy things happen, but barring screwy stuff happening, Monarchs will get out of here with a W. First one. Good. 15 points for Sean Duragord. And how about 9 boards? 1 more. Just cosmetic now, because Monarch Nation's going to celebrate a victory here this afternoon. Second one's good. 74-68, 5.3 to go. Curbelo into the front court. He'll stop and pop a 3. That 3 is good with 0.7 to go, 74-71. That was effortless. And that's the last timeout for Jay Ladner and Southern Miss. Just chuck it to the other end.
Well, and they're asking them to check the clock, but I think they're accurate. They didn't seem like there was more time than that went off.
Don't want to Reggie Miller this thing. If the score holds, the Monarchs will go to 6-9. The Golden Eagles will drop to 6-9. The Monarchs will go to 2-1 in Sun Belt Conference play with a road trip to Louisiana and South Alabama next week. The Golden Eagles will go to 1-2 in league play, going home to take on ULM next Thursday. 5,089 on here today. Monarchs again leading the Sun Belt in attendance. And we've got our Monarch basketball postgame show coming up in just a couple of moments. Hopefully just 0.9. They put 0.9 on the clock. And again, just chuck it to the other end.
I would agree with you, Ted.
But don't throw it out of bounds.
I would agree with that as well. You are just coming out with pearls of basketball wisdom right here.
Monarchs trailed by as many as 7 in the first half, battled back to take it to 38-38 at intermission. We're down by as many as 5 in the second half, but now lead 74-71 with 0.9 to go. Chuck it. He chucks it. Ball is caught, and that ball is not shot in time, and that is it. And the Monarchs have beaten Southern Miss here in Norfolk. Final score from Chartway Arena. Old Dominion 74. Southern Miss 71. Wow. Monarch basketball postgame show is next. It'll be a fun one here on the ODU Sports Radio Network.
This presentation of Old Dominion Clear, presented by our Team Monarch partners, Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, lending peace of mind since 1996. Cox Business, you have what it takes, and at Cox Business, we have the IT solutions to help manage it all. Chartway Credit Union, we're more than a bank, we're where you belong. Centera, their mission is to improve health every day. Pepsi, that's what I like. And ODU Global. ODU Global, education for your world. Visit online.odu.edu.
Your flagship home for ODU basketball. WVSP-FM HD1 Yorktown. Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1.
Now it's time for the Monarch basketball.
10 seconds.
Interviews, stats, scores, our play of the game, and more.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Network.
Live from Chartway Arena on the campus of Old Dominion University in Norfolk, Virginia, this is the Monarch basketball postgame show. Monarch Nation celebrating a 74-71 victory over the Golden Eagles of Southern Miss. With Dennis Wolf, I'm Ted Alexander. Dennis, I have a feeling we're going to be a lot of these kind of games this year. The Sun Belt sort of lends itself to that type of basketball where you got to grind, you got to battle, you got to be physical, you got to stick to it. And the Monarchs did that enough tonight.
I would agree with all of that, Ted, and I think taking out maybe 1 or 2 or 3 teams at the top, there's a lot of parity in the middle, which is where I think Old Dominion maybe sits right now. So when you get on the second game of these weekends, whether you're home or away, being able to get a win is a big deal.
And when you're the Monarchs and you've struggled with consistency this year and you fall behind 7 in the first half, but you rally to tie the game at intermission, I thought that was a big deal.
No doubt. And they came out and they, as we talked at halftime, they upped their energy level a little bit to start the second half. They still didn't shoot the ball well from 3, but they got to the foul line and shot reasonably well from the foul line when it mattered.
Monarchs still miserable from beyond the arc, 2 for 17. But why did tonight's lousy percentage feel better than the other night? It just seems like there were better shots. They just didn't go in.
Well, and I think they got some offensive rebounds that, at different times that enabled them to keep possessions alive. And the misses tonight, I probably could live with them a little better than the other night. The ones the other night, Arkansas State did a better job of guarding than these guys did. So tonight, some of it was the wrong guys shooting threes to me. And I think, if Robert Davis is 2 for 8, but we know how he can shoot from 3. Some of the other guys are being given these open shots, and I'm afraid early in the possession they should be passing them up.
74-71. Monarchs celebrating their victory over Southern Miss, a victory that puts their record at 6-9 overall, 2-1 in the league. We'll continue from Chartway and celebrate on the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Clear.
For some, it's just a game. But it's more. It's knowing a team can do more than any one individual.
Wins are wins.
We agree. And that's how
all right.
we play.
Thank you,
At
David.
Town Bank,
appreciate it.
In partnering with you. We support your dreams, and we prove it every day by helping make dreams reality. Town Bank and the Town family of companies, serving others, enriching lives. Member FDIC.
As the leader in modern indoor comfort across Monarch Nation, Bryant strives to help ODU fans discover premium home comfort. At Bryant, they're focused on their customers' needs, and they offer a proven track record of success, just like your ODU Monarchs. Bryant Indoor Comfort Solutions are designed, built, and supported by a network of industry
James Madison
experts
beat
across the
Arkansas
state of
State.
Virginia. To find your local
Really?
expert, visit BryantCoolsODU.com. Bryant is the official heating and cooling partner of ODU Athletics.
High Val Industries has been proudly serving the military and commercial customers in the Hampton Roads area for over 45 years. High Val specializes in the hydraulic and mechanical repairs on all military and commercial marine vessels. The company's ability to perform efficient, high-quality workmanship and interact as a valuable team player has earned the respect and confidence of its prime contractors, partners, and commercial customers. That's why High Val and the Monarchs are a winning combination. Come join High Val in supporting all of your ODU teams. Look them up at www.highval.com.
Looking for the perfect spot to chill, catch up with friends, and dig into some amazing food? Look no further than Chicho's. Since 1968, Chicho's has been serving more than just pizza. Whether you're craving their mouth-watering dishes, ice-cold drinks, or just want to kick back and watch the game, they've got you covered. Don't miss out on Wednesday's 99-cent wings from 5 to 9 p.m. That's right, just 99 cents. Plus, with karaoke, trivia, and live music all week, there's always something fun happening at Chicho's, where the food
10 seconds.
Times never stop. Visit one of Chicho's 9 locations today.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yo Network.
You want to talk about a seesaw ball game? 11 ties, 12 lead changes, but in the end, the Monarchs prevail over Golden Eagle land of Southern Miss 74-71. Ted Alexander, Dennis Wolf back here at Chartway Arena. What do you think Coach is saying in that locker room?
He's telling them a good job, way to stay the course, and it might not have always been pretty, but they come out with a win.
Points in the paint, 32-24 for Old Dominion. Second chance points, 11-10 for Old Dominion. And points off turnovers. Monarchs forced 16 turnovers, got 16 points out of it. And on the other side, they turned it over 12 times, just 7 points for USM.
Well, and Jaden Johnson needs to be complimented again. You know, he has a stat line that has 9 assists and 1 turnover, which, you know, regardless of who you're playing, is a fabulous stat line. You know, the Monarchs had 4 guys in double figures, and they did a good enough job. You know, I think they benefited from the missed free throws by Southern Miss, and as talented as Cabello is and was, his losing his composure 3 or 4 different times during that game really impacted the outcome.
If you're Southern Miss, you say, well, listen, our top 2 scorers, Benaje Harris and Neftali Alvarez, didn't play. Well, the Monarchs didn't have Devin Caesar today. Not that he's the leading scorer, but everybody plays banged up and shorthanded here and there. And the bottom line is, at the end of the day, you get the W, and that's all that matters.
Well, and you have to play with who you have both ways, and the Monarchs did that and walk out of here tonight with a win.
5,069 here at Chartway Arena. Saw it, and a barn burner goes to the home team. 74-71 the final score. Still to come on the Monarch Basketball postgame show. We'll hear from head coach Mike Jones. We'll get you a player. We've got our play of the game coming your way. Richie Somerville will look at the scoreboard. The ODU women's team victorious at ULM earlier today to make it a 2-0 weekend for the ODU women's basketball team. It's all coming up, and this is the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Clear.
You are the North Star, the guiding light for the ones you love. Where you lead, they follow. And when you take care of yourself, they can stay healthy and strong, like you. You are the center of their universe. And the first step to their good
Play
health
of the game has to be
is
Jaden
yours.
Johnson. 3-point
Bon
part.
Secours.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
Way ahead of you.
Healthcare.
Richie,
Highlights
when you're up
highlights
in,
already cut and trimmed and edited.
when you're up in heaven like you are,
That's
you're
how you
way
win
ahead
at
of
Checkered
us
Flag.
almost
Where you-
throughout.
Every new Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Genesis, and Volkswagen.
So is this 19?
Lifetime oil changes and state inspections.
Yes.
All right.
A 3-day money-back guarantee and a seamless one-person, one-price, 1-hour buying experience that puts you in the driver's seat. The winner's
I'm gonna
edge,
get to the stats
only
now.
at Checkered Flag, where
Keep an eye out.
winners buy.
Keep an eye out for Mike.
I will.
Ashley has your ultimate game plan to bring home the style and comfort and create your
Is there a
perfect
signal you
space
want
to
if I see him
entertain this season. Score big savings on everything for your home with hundreds of styles in stock and ready for delivery from Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Shop all 6 Ashley and the new Ashley outlets in Hampton Roads and start saving big today.
Atlantic Bay is all in for home ownership.
Here
They're
comes
also
Mike.
proud to be the official mortgage company of ODU
You notice
Athletics.
how I
Your
saw him and
hometown
I
lender loves
reported
helping
right away.
Monarch
You did
alumni,
report right
the
away.
Hampton Roads community, and
As opposed to using the hand signal of thumb to nose and wiggling fingers.
keep you smiling from contract to the closing table. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, lending peace of mind since 1996.
10
Get a little closer to his
3
Goes a
NMLS
little,
Consumer
to
Access
the mic.
Org is an
Move
equal
that in a
opportunity
little.
lender.
This 5, 4, 3.
It's Radio Network.
It's the Monarch basketball postgame show after Old Dominion defeats Southern Miss in Sun Belt Conference action 74-71. And we are pleased to be joined by the head coach of the Monarchs, Mike Jones. Coach, congratulations. You got to be pleased with the team's effort today to get the W.
Absolutely. Any win in our conference is going to be a really good thing to be able to go 2-1, so get over 500 in the conference. A lot of good games in our league today, so we're blessed. We're blessed.
And you had a bunch of different guys contribute different things.
Yes.
Mike, that's got to make you feel good.
Definitely. It's the league is going to be really, really, really fun. But I can see a lot of games coming down to just this right here. And who knows that 2 minutes in the first half, that 3 minutes in the beginning of the second half, what really has an impact on who wins and who loses. So to have so many guys step on the floor tonight and give us something, I'm proud of that.
A lot of physical play as well from your guys.
Yeah. But that's Sun Belt Conference basketball. And we understand that whoever we're playing against, it's going to be a fight. And those guys have heard me use the word fight, since, December 18th as we prepare for Louisiana Monroe. So it is what it is. We're going to be in here with our boxing gloves on every single game.
And you have to continue to be impressed with the maturity of Jaden Johnson.
Yeah.
He's your sole primary ball handler. He's guarding the heck out of the guy he's guarding, and he makes the strong winning play there, at crunch time.
Yeah. Again, I want in high school, I wanted to coach Jaden. So, getting the opportunity to do that here, he is truly helping us set a foundation here that, we hope he's a huge part of for as long as he's in college. So, we're really happy to have him. And, for what it's worth, his 9 assists, his 7 points, and his poise. He's a winning basketball player.
And more than anything, Mike, that's for Ted and I sitting here, taking the stats out of it. That's what jumps at you, is that he's a winning player.
Absolutely. And you need as many of those as you can get, but having one at the point guard position there's nothing more valuable than that.
Talking to ODU head coach Mike Jones after the Monarchs defeat Southern Miss here at Chartway Arena 74-71. Early second half, oftentimes this season, the boat's gotten into choppy waters, and today was no exception, but they got out of it in time before we had to start calling the Coast Guard. What was the difference today?
I don't know. We, for whatever reason, as we're growing, we just have those lulls. And, Dr. Seelig and I texted back and forth about 40 minutes of basketball. He's been so supportive. I get to text him after this and say, hey, we got the 35, 36 minutes tonight. So, we're still striving for 40. And, when we get there, I think we're going to be in a good spot.
And to me, Mike, I think that's something, that's maybe the hardest thing for younger players to learn, is how important each possession is as you come down toward the end of the game. So, you make a soft pass, you're not strong with the ball, you go to the rim and you're not taking it hard. You're not going to get bailed out.
Nope.
This is, like you and I have talked before, you're playing in the park and you either get the ball in the basket or you're calling a foul. It can't be anything in between.
Yeah, when we finally get that mentality that we're in the park, and if we lose, we don't get to play for another 6, 7, 8 games. We don't get to play for a couple of hours. You might as well go home. When we get that mentality and know that every possession means something, again, we've got a team that is capable. We just got to keep plugging away, keep working. We got to stay supportive. Again, Monarch Nation was incredible again today. we are. This is a very, very capable team that has a lot of great days ahead of us. And with Monarch Nation behind us, we can accomplish some really good things.
5,069 here in full throat for a full 40 here today. That had to help.
Absolutely. I mean, you think about it, those free throws we made down the stretch, with the crowd behind us, that's huge. The defensive stop that we got when we absolutely 100% had to have it. Crowd, huge. Like, there's just so many things that this community and their support for us, it contributes. I know Ken Palm does a rating of basically how valuable your home court advantage is. And I would like to think that we're one of the highest in the Sun Belt because of Monarch Nation. So we just need to keep it right there.
The highest, Mike, I would say. I know you're going through it for the first time, but Ted and I have gone through it, and nothing compares to the support this team gets here.
Absolutely. And again, I'm very thankful for it. I remember the days when I had the jersey on and they were at Scope and had that place rocking. So this is what I'm used to, and I'm so glad to be a part of it.
Coach, before we get you out of here, we're blazing new trails on Monday night with the Keeping Up with the Joneses basketball coaches show. Will be at Water's Edge Winery on Hampton Boulevard, 6 o'clock. Looking forward to that. You and head coach Delisha Milton-Jones. I'm
absolutely 100% looking forward to that. Again, to be able to spend some time with our community, with our Monarch Nation, to be able to do it in person, I'm looking forward to it.
See you Monday night at 6 o'clock. Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Go Monarchs.
That is head coach Mike Jones celebrating a 74-71 win over Southern Miss. More from Chartway Arena in Norfolk in a moment. This is the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Toyota Clear, making now the perfect time to stop by your local Toyota dealer to check out all the great vehicles in Toyota's lineup, like the exciting new 25 Camry, stylish Corolla, or adventure-ready RAV4, all with great MPGs. Or hop in a rugged Tacoma or Tundra, ready for anything and everything you need to haul home for the holidays. Visit buyatoyota.com for local inventory, great deals, and more. But hurry, offers end January 6th. Toyota, let's go places.
Not everyone can upload an entire image library while directing a photo shoot and managing online bookings plus a website portfolio while simultaneously answering client calls after finding the perfect lighting and capturing the perfect expression. Whew. But you have what it takes. And at Cox Business, we have the IT solutions to help you manage it all. Visit coxbusiness.com for details. All services subject to Cox Business general terms.
At the Fish and Pig, they have the finest from land and sea. Savory smoked barbecue and flavorful fresh seafood.
Right?
When did they get them wrong?
Last
Great
game,
drinks,
ESPN
and
says I was
always
0
a
for 2.
great time.
And I was 3
They're
for 3.
located at 119 West 25th Street in Norfolk, in the heart of the railroad.
I don't really want to.
So let's just move on from the fishpig/norfolk.com. And remember, nobody parties like the pig.
But we had it right. Screw ESPN.
Yes. Indeed.
At Centera,
as long as
our
I got it
goal
right,
is
that's
to
all that
improve
matters.
health every day. And when it comes to your health, the best defense starts with a strong offense. That's why Centera Health Plans provides quality care and coverage for individuals, families, and businesses of all sizes. Our members benefit from progressive plans and products, including access to virtual care, health and wellness programs, and even special discount programs. Centera Health Plans is the trade name of Centera Health Plans. Centera
10 seconds.
Health Administration Incorporated and Centera Behavioral Health.
5, 4, 3.
Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to Chartway Arena in Norfolk. Monarchs a 74-71 win over Southern Miss to go to 2-1 in Sun Belt Conference play. We're pleased to be joined by number 4, Robert Davis Jr., 6 for 13 shooting, 2 for 8 from 3, 4 for 4 from the foul line, a team high 18 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, and a couple of steals. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
What a difference a couple of days makes. You guys couldn't throw it in the ocean from the boat on Thursday. And what was different today?
Pretty much just trusting our work. Our coach, he didn't really say too much about us missing shots. Just came into practice, making sure we were making shots. I give it all to him, and I give it all to God because keeping us grounded, being able to have a bad game to come back in a 2-day span and be able to make shots is unbelievable.
And it appeared to me, Robin, and you deserve credit for this. It appeared that you made a conscious effort to show the ball, and those pump fakes got them off you, and you got yourself a little more space, and you're such a good shooter when you have a little bit of time.
Definitely.
So that was a product of you thinking about it, and you deserve a lot of credit for that.
Also, slowing the game down. I watched the film last game. I rushed almost every shot that I had. Just being a veteran on this team, I have to be able to to slow the game down for myself and my teammates. Having a freshman point guard, he's not always going to know, but I trust him as well. So being able to slow the game down today actually helped.
How big a deal was today's win?
Oh, it was a very big deal. We're trying to go 1-0 every single game for the rest of conference play because this is the time that matters.
Well, again, and on these 2-game weekend deals, it is an accomplishment to be able to come back on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
What did you guys talk about as a group yesterday to prepare for this game?
For one, get the last game out of our mind. As soon as we left the locker room, coach said this game should not be in your mind anymore. It's on to the next. You have to have a short-term memory when it comes to things like this, especially having a Thursday, Saturday. And then we go into practice, we prepare. I think we have some of the best preparation in the country, if you ask me. All credit to our head coach and our assistant coaches because they watch film day and night. So we came in yesterday, pretty much told us our game plan and told us to be ready for everything that they were going to throw at us today, the zone, the offense, just mix and match. And there was a lot of changes that had to happen, but just being ready for everything, honestly.
How cool was the building rocking today?
Oh, my goodness. I had to ask someone, I'm like, how many people were here today? Because it felt a lot like Buffalo, and just hearing everybody chanting ODU, like, I love this place, man. I cannot complain.
Robert Davis Jr., congratulations on the win, and we'll see you in Louisiana on Thursday.
Yes, we will. We're going back.
That's right. Robert Davis Jr. joins us. He helps the Monarchs to a 74-71 win over USM. A look at the stats from this one. The numbers game is next from Chartway Arena on the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Atlantic Clear. Keep you moving and doing what you love. As the region's largest, most comprehensive orthopedic practice, they've been serving Hampton Roads for over 100 years. Multiple locations across Hampton Roads, 24 physicians and 8 different specialties. Spine and scoliosis, sports medicine, hand to shoulder, total joint replacement, foot and ankle, orthopedic oncology, pain management, physical therapy, and with their AOS Now walk-in clinics, no appointment is necessary.
All right,
As
so
leaders
Richie,
in
this is
orthopedic
probably
health,
21.
Atlantic Orthopedic Specialist is proud to be the team.
Yes.
In University.
So numbers break, play the game out of here.
Right.
Just an FYI, next
It's
Saturday,
just a game.
we're going to have to
But you know
abbreviate
it's
the
more.
post game
It's
because we got
knowing
to
a
catch a plane.
team can do more than anyone in.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about that last game.
Now, I might end up leaving you with
At
the
Town
stats
Bank,
to do. Do
we
you have?
believe in
You can just
partnering
take them off
with
the.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do it.
I think that's
Helping
once
make
we get Mike
dreams
on, we'll probably
reality.
bag it.
Town Bank and the Town family of companies serving others, enriching lives. Member FDIC.
As the leader in modern indoor comfort across Monarch Nation, Bryant strives to help ODU fans discover premium home comfort. At Bryant, they're focused on their customers' needs, and they offer a proven track record of success, just like your ODU Monarchs. Bryant Indoor Comfort Solutions are designed, built, and supported by a network of industry experts across the state of Virginia. To find your local expert, visit BryantCoolsODU.com. Bryant is the official heating and cooling partner of ODU Athletics.
Toyota Thon is on, making now the perfect time to stop by your local Toyota dealer to check out all the great vehicles in Toyota's lineup, like the exciting new 25 Camry, stylish Corolla, or adventure-ready RAV4, all with great MPGs. Or hop in a rugged Tacoma or Tundra, ready for any.
Yeah, I can do the stats, I can do the play of the game, and I can do the scoreboard next week.
Perfect.
For local inventory, great deals, and more. But hurry, offers end January 6th. Toyota, let's go places.
This
5, 4, 3.
Sports Radio Network.
It's the Monarch basketball postgame show after an ODU victory over Southern Miss. Sun Belt Conference Saturday action goes to the Monarchs 74-71. Still to come, our play of the game, plus a look at the scoreboard. The ODU women's team victorious both times this week on the road. They'll be back home next week. Richie has more on that coming up in just a couple of moments. But now the statistical story here from Chartway Arena. First of all, for our visitors from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Southern Miss had 4 players in double figures, led by number 11, Andre Curbelo. He was 7 for 16 shooting, 3 for 6 from 3, 2 for 2 from the foul line, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 turnovers, 2 steals, and the proverbial partridge in the pear tree. 17 points for number 1, D'Antoni Gordon, he was 7 for 11 shooting, 3 for 4 from the foul line, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, a block shot, and 2 turnovers. 16 points today for Christian Watson, number 7. He was 4 for 9 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3, 5 for 8 from the foul line, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 4 turnovers for number 7, Christian Watson. The other Golden Eagle in double figures was number 10, Kobe Montgomery, 3 for 4 from the field, 3 for 3 from 3, 2 for 4 from the foul line, 11 points, 2 rebounds for number 10, Kobe Montgomery. 8 points for number 0, Alfred Worrell Jr. He was 2 for 6 shooting, 1 for 3 from 3, 3 for 3 from the foul line, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 turnovers for number 0, Alfred Worrell Jr. Number 2, Brewer Caruth, 0 for 3 from the field. All his attempts came from beyond the arc. He did not score, had a couple of rebounds and a steal for Southern Miss today. Number 15, Christian Reed, 0 for 1 from the field, 0 for 2 from the foul line, did not score, had 3 rebounds and a turnover along with 2 blocks for Southern Miss. No points for number 23, Jose Benitez. He was 0 for 1 shooting, also had an assist and a couple of turnovers. Jeffrey Armstrong, number 20, did not score in his minute plus of work. The Golden Eagles shoot 45% for the game. They were 10 for 19 from 3, that's 52%, and 15 for 23 from the foul line, that's 65%. They assisted on 13 of their 23 made buckets, turned it over 16 times. Monarchs cashed in for 16 points. That was a factor. Also 8 steals, 3 blocks for Southern Miss. The Golden Eagles out-rebound Old Dominion tonight, 34-32. And that is the Southern Miss side of the story. Now to the victorious Old Dominion Monarchs. They had 4 players in double figures, led by Robert Davis Jr., number 4. He was 6 for 13 shooting, 2 for 8 from 3, 4 for 4 from the foul line, 18 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 4 turnovers for number 4, Robert Davis Jr. 16 points for number 6, Sean Duragordon, 4 for 12 shooting, 0 for 4 from 3, 8 for 11 from the foul line, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 4 steals, 2 turnovers for number 6, Sean Duragordon. 12 points for number 35, Caleb Swanton Roger. Before he fouled out, he was 3 for 4 shooting, 6 for 9 from the foul line, 12 points, that ties a career high, 8 rebounds, 2 turnovers for Caleb Swanton Roger. The other Monarch in double figures was number 0, Stephon Walker, 5 for 7 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, 1 for 2 from the foul line, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 turnover for ODU today. 7 points for number 10, Jaden Johnson, 3 for 10 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, 1 for 1 from the foul line. It was the and one that clinched the deal at the end of the contest. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal for number 10, Jaden Johnson. 6 points today for number 23, RJ Blakeney, on 3 for 4 shooting, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, no turnovers for RJ Blakeney here today. 2 points for number 1, Caden Diggs, on 1 for 2 shooting, and 2 points for Ben Nacy. He was 2 for 2 from the foul line, also had a couple of rebounds. Vitatas Zigas, number 21, 0 for 1 from the field. He did not score, had a rebound. And number 11, Danny Pounds, 0 for 1 from the field. He did not score. Overall, the Monarchs shot 46% from the field, 2 for 17 from 3. Ugh, we'll delete that. 11.8%, and 22 for 29 from the foul line. That's 76%. They assisted on 16 of their 25 made buckets, turned it over 12 times. USM cashed in for 7 points of their own, 9 steals for Old Dominion. Put it all in the hopper, 5,069 were here to see it, a 74-71 Sun Belt Conference win. Dennis, what do you think of the numbers?
You know, I think the numbers are what they are in this game, Ted. I think
I believe they always are what they are.
But in regard to telling the story, I think the story is more about, you know, the grit that the Monarchs showed in the second half in particular, and the fact that when it came time to make winning plays, as you and I have talked about, they made more winning plays than Southern Miss.
74-71. Old Dominion improves to 6-9 overall, 2-1 in Sun Belt Conference play. The Golden Eagles 6-9 overall, 1-2 in the league. Still to come on our Monarch basketball post-game show, Richie with a look at the scoreboard, and up next, it's our play of the game right here on the ODU Sports Radio Network.
Clear.
Hey, on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order, and it all starts with this little guy
What
right
was the
here.
score? Was it
Pepsi
68
Zero
all?
Sugar. Partial to pastrami, craving a Cubano.
At the moment, yeah, that's right. It was an and one that made it 70-68, then eventually 71-68.
All right, so it was 68. Okay.
Yeah, 6-8.
How much time was left then? Any idea?
Boy's eating a lot of.
It was under a minute.
All right.
In fact,
I can find the play-by-play here really quick.
You are the North Star. the guiding light for the ones you love. Where you lead, they follow. And when you take care of yourself, they can stay healthy and strong, like you. You are the center.
Yeah, 36 seconds left when he made the basket.
Okay.
Is yours. Bon Secours, primary specialty and emergency care. Healthcare for the universe of you.
Lifetime oil changes. That's how you win at Checkered Flag, where you always get the winner's edge with every new Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Genesis, and Volkswagen. Lifetime oil changes and state inspections. Lifetime emergency towing. A 3-day money-back guarantee and a seamless one-person, one-price, 1-hour buying experience that puts you in the driver's seat. The winner's edge. Only at Checkered Flag, where winners buy.
Come around to brighter days with Chartway Credit Union. We've got the tools, technology, and people to help you reach your life goals. As a Chartway member, you'll not only get great rates on savings and auto and home loans, but flexible checking options too. And you'll also be supported by people who live and work right here in Hampton Roads.
All right, so
Get
this is the last
started
break,
now
right?
and unlock
Correct. We're done here.
Okay.
at chartway.com. Chartway Credit Union.
10 seconds.
All right, good job,
See you,
Richard.
I
Thank you.
No problem.
Old Jim.
5, 4, 3, 2.
The Monarch basketball postgame show after a 74-71 ODU win over Southern Miss. How tight was this ball game? How about 11 ties, 12 lead changes? Time for our checkered flag play of the game, brought to you by Checkered Flag, where winners buy. Dennis, what do you think for the play of the game?
There's only one point I think that we could focus on, Ted. It's the and one by Jaden Johnson right at crunch time that essentially put the game away for the Monarchs.
Final 40 seconds, game tied at 68. It's our checkered flag play of the game.
And Duragordon on the floor for Mike Jones. Everybody standing here at Chartway Arena. Back and forth they go on the perimeter. Now Johnson, top of the circle, goes to the left-hand side, between his legs, to the foul line, down the right side, throws it up, yeah! And he's fouled! Jake Johnson, a running right-handed goes, and he's fouled with 36 seconds to go. 70-68 Old Dominion, free throw pending.
True to form, Jaden Johnson makes a strong play, goes up through contact, and he can give the Monarchs a 3-point lead here with a make.
And they would win by 3, 74-71. The freshman continues to impress, Dennis.
He's a winning player. Coach Jones alluded to it, and as they try to build the program in Mike's vision, I think that's the type of player they like to have.
Enjoyed it, son. We'll see you on Thursday.
I will be there, Ted.
All right, that's Dennis Wolf, and we want to remind you that coming up Monday night, we blaze new trails. We boldly go where we've never gone before with the Keeping Up with the Joneses ODU Basketball Coaches Show with Mike Jones and Delisha Milton-Jones. We will be live 6 o'clock at Water's Edge Winery on Hampton Boulevard in Norfolk, a full hour of Monarch men's and women's basketball talk. All ODU students, faculty, staff, and alumni will receive 10% off food, beverages, and merchandise during the show Monday night at Water's Edge Winery in Norfolk. We will see you at 6 o'clock Monday night for that, and if you can't join us, we'll have the show for you at 7 o'clock right here on the ODU Sports Radio Network. But that's going to do it for our show here today. Thank you so much for tuning in. From ODU Sports Properties, for David Jones and Justin Ross and Sarah Harris, for Dennis Wolf and Dave Strickland, and for Richie Somerville, this is Ted Alexander. Good evening from Chartway Arena in Norfolk. Again, the final score, Old Dominion 74, Southern Miss 71. That's the story here. What about elsewhere around the world of college basketball and beyond? One more time to our Game Day studios in Virginia Beach. Here's Richie Somerville.
Ted, thank you. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the story was like down in Monroe, Louisiana.